Hello, everyone. Welcome in, Navjack, even though we were talking in the text anyway. Welcome in. So, it has been, unfortunately, a little long since I've had a stream. That is mainly due to... just kind of, I got, like, a little bit sick. I deal with some chronic, I don't know, like, mysterious, undiagnosed issues. And I relatively have that under control, but sometimes I tend to run into some issues. So I kind of had that pretty much shortly after the Deus Ex stream. And I also had like a weird throat thing for like a few days after as well. So that made it a little hard to stream. Like my throat was like quite sore in like one little spot. It's kind of like weird. It's hard to articulate, but it was like sore in this one area and then it just kind of went away. I've had that happen before and I don't know what causes that, but it doesn't last too long, thankfully. And then, you know, Easter stuff got in the way. So, you know, there's all that. So that's basically why there wasn't really any streams. But I am here now. I ate a lot of Easter leftovers, so... And I also haven't been sleeping too well lately, so I'm a little bit tired. I'm definitely not at 100% for this, but of what I've seen of Curious George very briefly on a long play, it doesn't appear to be a particularly demanding game to play. It looks like a 3D platformer, like a relatively kid-friendly 3D platformer that doesn't seem to overstay its welcome. And the long play was about like under 4 hours. So if I have enough energy, I could just probably bang this out in one stream. So we'll see. I'm not it depends on how I feel, but I'm not expecting for this to be a very long stream. It may not be any more than a few hours, to be honest, especially since I am starting later than I prefer. But we'll see. But I'm not really expecting too much of a nightmare game here, and there wasn't really anything to indicate it as such, so I think it'll probably be pretty breezy. So, as for that, the other news is the GC Loader ODE, like the optical disc emulator, should be coming any day now. Like probably tomorrow, I would guess, but sometime this week for sure, since it has arrived in Canada. So I should be expecting to see that anytime. And then after that, I am unfortunately we've kind of hit a bit of a snag when it comes to moving to a real GameCube. The HDMI adapter called a Carby that I ordered, that came from the US, and it has been stuck in the same sorting facility for almost 2 weeks. So I looked into the name of the place, and it turns out it's an infamous black hole for packages. So that is a bit of a problem. In case you're curious and you want to look it up yourself, and you'll know what I'm talking about right away. The place is called Elk Grove Village, Illinois. USPS sorting facility there. I found mountains of Reddit threads complaining about this place for the past 6 years. And it has terrible ratings on basically every website. And some people think it's so bad that it should be investigated by the fucking FBI. Because it seems like they get almost nothing done there. So, it arrived to the same place on March 20th and 21st. Like, twice. To that place. I don't know how that happens, but that's the only updates I've had on it. And it has not moved since. It doesn't even indicate that it's actually at the sorting facility, even though it very obviously is. So I don't know when I'm going to see it. From what I could tell from some Reddit threads, people generally said they had it moving in like 2 weeks' time, or they had it moving like in a month's time. And sometimes they just have to do a lot of complaining or contact the seller and work it out that way. My plan is I'm going to wait for up to 3 weeks. And if I don't see any life signs up to 3 weeks, I'm going to contact the seller and see what they may be able to do on my behalf. Unfortunate, because, you know, I would really like to move to the real GameCube setup, but we're missing the one essential piece here, right? So who the fuck knows when I'm getting that, but we'll find out, I guess. So I'll keep people updated on that. I've also heard too that they get packages stolen as well, and Elk Grove Village like also came up with a lot of news articles about crime and package stealing, so that's probably related to some extent. I don't know, but a little bit of a bummer there. Also, welcome in me, but you know, I can still do a lot of stuff. Like I can still continue doing stuff. So it's not like the end of the world. It's just a bit of a bummer because if things were operating normally and it didn't get trapped in a black hole, you know, I would be able to move to the real GameCube this week. But that's not how this is gonna go down, apparently. So, at the very least, I will test and set up like the ODE and stuff. Like I'll do the install and all of that and get that working and make sure it's functional. But, you know, I can't really do anything with it in terms of streaming because I only have composite output, and that will look really fucking bad. Even though I do have a RetroTank 5X, it would look really fucking bad, and I have higher standards for video quality than that. So that's kind of how that goes. But other than that, I have been playing some Path of Exile. Picked it up again after a year of not touching it. And it's a great game still. I'd have some issues with it, but like I'm quite enjoying this league mechanic they have, even though it's not perfect. I have been having a good time with it. I've been doing a like a necromancer type build. Nothing too fancy. It's basically just like it's like a minion summons focused build with zombies is like one of the core mechanics of it. And I've been following like a very rudimentary kind of build guide because it's been a hot minute since I've played. So I've just been like kind of just like following that, but making some of my own adjustments and preference tweaks along the way. And I'm having a good time. I've been getting some really good loot and feeling really strong, and the campaign's been going pretty smoothly for that. Maybe this time I'll actually get deeper into the end game for that. That'd be pretty cool. Because I've never really gotten too super deep into Path of Exile's endgame in the past. I got like halfway through maps like 4 or 5 years ago, but I kind of like have an issue with getting through some of it. But I know they've changed a ton of stuff since then, so a lot of it's really different now. And yeah, Baldur's Gate 3, I finished the first act. And I got like a tiny bit into the second act, like just a little bit, enough to get to like the first main town hub of the second act. I've enjoyed the game quite a bit overall, but I decided to put it down because around time of launch, the game was extremely buggy. In some ways that was not particularly fun for me. So I just wanted to wait a while for patches and stuff like that, basically for them to finish the game. And to my understanding, the game is in a lot more of a finished state now, since the many patches. Yeah, I'm sure it's not perfect, but like in a much better state than it used to be. But now, because my motherboard died and CPU memory sensitive stuff is borked, I am still shelving Baldur's Gate 3 for a while until I can get my platform upgrade, because Baldur's Gate 3 is very CPU heavy, so like the game's gonna run like shit. The game's gonna run like shit, let's be honest. So I'm not even gonna fucking bother until I platform upgrade, but I'll get back to the game once I do that. It ran totally fine on the previous board. Like, I was getting great performance. But I'm sure that will not be the case if I were to try it now. But I'm not in a big rush anyway. There's so much stuff to play. So I'm not really too concerned. And the story is kind of separated enough with Baldur's Gate 3 between the acts that I feel like it's a pretty okay stopping point anyway for like the time being. Like it's compartmentalized enough in my brain you know, where I can kind of like pick up where I left off. Like, I don't forget stuff about games that quickly. It usually takes like a few years for me to really like start forgetting important details and stuff. Excuse me, I just had to do biological things for a moment there. That's kind of what happens when you have a bigger meal. All right, so is there anything else I was doing? Been watching streams as I always do. Been enjoying those. Watching streams is good. I know not every streamer watches other people stream games all that often, but I happen to be one of those people. I am a appreciator of other streamers out there. Hey, Annie how welcome. So I've been enjoying perusing some of that now and then. The fucking oh, that's some good music right there. Final Fantasy 13 is a really flawed game, but you can't deny that it has an incredibly good soundtrack. I think this is the Gapra Whitewood soundtrack. It's one of the best tracks in the game, in my opinion. But maybe someday I'll stream that game. Might be fun, potentially. The speaking of games to stream, since the Deus Ex collab is finished, gonna be a little tricky to fill the void for that. So I wouldn't mind picking up like another game of that type, but I don't know what I would choose yet. Not really sure what would like kind of replace a stream like that, because I don't want to just be only streaming GameCube games, you know? The challenge is cool and it's important, but it's not like the only thing I want to do with the stream, you know? I want to break it up every now and then with something else, so the kind of hoping to figure that out and what the next game will be. I've been considering maybe doing System Shock 2 on my own, like just as a solo stream, but I'm afraid what's going to happen is I stream System Shock 2 and I finish the game, and then Night Dive finally comes out with their enhanced version of it. You know how many times that's happened with games I've played and beaten? Quite a few actually. It happened to me with Dragon Quest XI-S. I beat the whole game on the Nintendo Switch because it was only on the Switch, and it was basically the best version at the time. And then like 3 months after I beat the game, they announced it to all the other platforms. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to play on like the fucking Switch that ran at like 10 FPS in some areas and had like 720p lower resolution. Oh well. Because that is like a 100-hour game, you know? Like Dragon Quest XI-S is like at least 100 hours long. That was not short, so that was a little bit annoying when that happened. Welcome in, Dubious. Yeah, Nabjack, that would be funny. From the sounds of it, though, they're not doing anything like that unless somebody else picks it up, because Larian is moving on from Baldur's Gate and just Wizards of the Coast entirely. So I don't foresee that happening unless they outsource it to somebody who's not Larian. The way that they phrased it, it sounds like they're just like doing the remaining patches or whatever and wrapping it up, and then they're just going to do their own thing, which is smart, because for anyone who remotely follows the Wizards of the Coast stuff, you want to be staying as far away as possible from that. You want to just be far away from them and Hasbro in general, because they are not up to anything particularly good. So as a creative or a company, it's better to not associate with them as much as possible. So I wish them the best with whatever they want to do with their own stuff, their own IPs, whatever other things they want to get up to. So, you know, good on them for making the right call there. It was really funny because like every single game industry person said that on social media. They're all like, yeah, smart. So yeah, it's cool. All right, let's I think I've kind of warmed up enough. Let's get over to the video game, I think. Oh goodness, I still feel quite full from the big turkey dinner leftovers, but I'll work it through. I'll work it through. All right, so let's boot up this stupid Curious George game. It might actually be fine. Like, it may not be bad or anything. It might. I'm kind of expecting it to be of similar quality to the Hello Kitty game. That's kind of what I'm thinking where it'll land. So let's get that going. So, is there anything I forgot? Nope. Let's just go. Make sure the levels are appropriate because they're different for every game. How long are you going to be checking that memory card, buddy? It's a pretty long time to be checking the memory card. In fairness, it wouldn't surprise me if the memory card's fucked up. I don't necessarily blame the video game. It could just be that the card might have just corrupted or went kaput. It is a Mad Catz card. I've talked about this many times. I have 2 of them, so like if one of them fucks up, I can swap to the other. I just swap the slots, and it'll and that'll be good enough. There is that concern of, you know, because they do have the warning of don't take it out. You know, don't like reset your console, power down or anything. But I also can't be on this screen forever, so because it doesn't seem like it's actually gonna successfully check the memory card. So yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere. It does not look like it's gonna function. So let me, even though it's not advised, I can't stay on here. So let's just see if we can maybe get out of this if possible. Well, it seems like it's crashed or frozen because the quick reset doesn't seem to work. Because I'm pretty sure the quick reset on this for the homebrew is like the right triggers, Z, and B and down on like the D-pad, and it's not like working. So I think I'll have to do a hard reset. If you heard this beep, it was this. I don't actually come through on the feed or not. I have like a bleep sensor button. Yeah. It's on like the Go XLR. I like basically never use it. I just accidentally hit it because it's next to the mute. Anyway.
Oh my God, JC, a bomb.
A bomb. I'm glad I know about all the Deus Ex memes now. I have a full understanding. Really was quite astounding that the bomb meme was like a very small part of the game and was resolved almost instantly. I'm actually going to swap the memory cards just in case that's like an issue or something. Oh, that's just not loading. I've actually never seen that happen before. It's not even loading the config. It's like stuck. That's a new one. It's also possible that like maybe I've come across the rare like homebrew Wii compatibility issue. You can't install an SSD onto a Wii. You could technically use one externally, but it wouldn't be any faster. Yeah, like Navjack said, bus speed limits. A USB hard drive is faster than using a micro SD on the Wii, but it also takes up a lot more space, and it's just more of a pain in the ass in general than just using a micro SD. Primarily, I bought a micro SD because I had planned to move to a real GameCube anyway. I plan to move to a real GameCube anyway, and the ODE requires that you use a micro SD. There's no like hard drive solution for a GameCube, at least not yet anyway. So I just figured it'd make more sense to buy 1 terabyte and just use that with the ODE when I have it. Anyway, this is really not working, huh? It's possible that there could be many reasons, right? The game itself, like the ISO could be bad. They all come from the same source. Like I basically verified that these dumps all came from the same place. They all came from Redump. And it's just possible that this is just a bad dump. Could be the case. Who's to say? Or there's something else going on. Never experienced this before, but 649 games, you're inevitably going to come across some kind of issue like this, so it's not really a surprise that it happens at some point. Just wasn't really expecting that to be game number 8. I guess at this point, A/B testing is the next logical step here. So I'll try a game I know that works, and see if that makes a difference. So let's reset again, I guess. So this is also a first. The Wii is completely locked up. I can't even physically power it down. So I guess I have to pull the plug. So it loaded that time. Okay. All right. Well, we're in. Yeah, no, I am well aware the computers are like that sometimes. Monkey Bar Games. Vicious Engine. Why is this a video? Why isn't it a real render? Maybe I guess because they want to do montage of the stages or something. I think this is the correct cropping for this game. GameCube games have 2 or 3 variants of aspect ratio. This seems to be the same as most of the games. Looks proportional to me. I'm not seeing anything cut off. Oh, that's a really good menu. You put a lot of effort into that. It's a good icon. This game looks like it's got a really low resolution assets for its menu. Because it's pretty obvious when it's blown up to a 1440p 27-inch screen, almost in front of my face. But this is really crusty looking, quite low res. Yeah. Oh, no. I wanted to... Fuck. It wanted to ask me to make, a thing, and I didn't make it. It just let me continue, I think. Okay, let's go back. Go back. There we go. Yep, create. It's really weird that they default you to continue. Why would they do that? Why would they, default you to not save? There we go. Camera pitch, inverted. Camera heading, inverted. Regular, please, thank you. It's nice that they have the option. A lot of games don't. Mario Sunshine. Alright, let's see. That looks fine. Yes, save. Oh god, Navjack, you might be right. Some games are legit like that. We'll find out, I guess. I know very little about Curious George other than, the stuff that was around when I was a kid. And me engaging with that a bit, mainly books or whatever. I guess this is some kind of reboot, like you say, that I didn't even really know about. Okay, so...
There it is! It's awesome! It's spectacular. It's... gone? What? This can't be it!
Okay, this is clearly from, a cartooner movie.
That isn't huge, okay? That's the opposite of huge. I need the giant monkey!
who knew it was actual size?
So all this is getting cut
Great.
from the VOD
Traveled
because I won't be able to
10,000
post it on
miles for a
YouTube.
paperweight? What am I gonna tell Mr. Bloomsbury?
I'm actually a bit behind on my
Poor
YouTube
Mr.
VODs.
Bloomsbury.
Mr.
I keep
Ted,
forgetting, to be honest.
to go.
Follow
Okay.
Ted through the jungle.
Hey, Navjack. Guess what? You're right. All right. Wild. Okay. Oh, we got a little slidey thing. Can I go back up? Nope. I don't know if I could even go over there.
When you see a question mark, there's a curious object nearby.
Volume
Interact
levels
with
look good.
Curious objects to earn points that you can use at the gift shop. You can climb some walls and other surfaces. Push forward and jump to climb the wall. Jump to the vine and swing across the pit.
Visually, the game looks pretty alright.
Hey! Watch those bumps.
Like, this
That
is
was
a
Ted.
reasonable
Keep going.
art style for 6th gen. It doesn't seem to run poorly so far. It's like, okay. It's not a lock 60, but it's like, looks like it's somewhere in the range of maybe like 40, 45 FPS, something like that. Like, tolerable. Very much doesn't look like a game that's like got a locked frame rate, so depending on what you're looking at, it's probably like 60 FPS or something. Oh, I'm dead. Checkpoint restored. So they have a checkpoint right here. That indicates this game might be medicated. Alright, so what are we doing now? Okay, we're just going from vine to vine. Let me do some swinging back and forth like Wind Waker. I don't actually know if that gives you more momentum or not.
Maybe we should take the highway. Is there a highway?
There's Ted again. Keep going. You're doing great.
Beehive. Yeah, that's right. Touch the beehive to no consequences. Oh, okay. I don't really control this part, so it just kind of did that on its own. It doesn't seem like there's momentum for the vines, so you just kind of just go when you have the
Hey,
timing.
slow down. I can catch a later boat.
There goes Ted. Keep going.
Is there like a time limit? Do I have to follow Ted? Or like if I lose him, do I fucking fail? I doubt it. Oh, there's like a thing here.
Steer
Oh,
the
oh, that's
lily pad
intentional.
down the river.
Okay.
Maneuver around the obstacles. Hitting obstacles damages your lily pad. If you hit too many obstacles, you'll have to start again.
Oh, we're speeding up now. Yeah, like honestly, this isn't like a terrible looking video game. It looks pretty alright to me. Like this looks totally serviceable. And comes off as a kid's game, but let's not forget,
We're driving on that?
Finding Nemo was a very similar situation where it seemed totally fine and normal. And then we learned. So we'll see how it goes with this. Because like Finding Nemo started out the same way. It was like pretty chill. It was very hand-holdy, and then it decided to go insane. At the very least, though, this runs way better than Finding Nemo did. Yeah, pretty much. It was very much that kind of situation. Finding Nemo is like pretty bad.
Follow Ted through the jungle.
Monster 4x4 though is still the worst game I've played of the challenge so far, but we're still very early into the challenge. So like, you know, okay, that's not how you do that. Checkpoints seem to be pretty abundant. We'll see if that continues, and there doesn't seem to be a live system either. What am I supposed to do here though? Like, is there a double jump? There is. Okay, it's just not very reactive. The double jump straight up was not working before. It's not working. Why is the double jump not working when I approach the vine? What is going on? And now it works. Jesus. I'm also still using the Retro Fighters controller here, so I don't think that matters. Okay, this game does have some analog sensitivity, but I don't think it matters for this type of game at all. I kind of figured it wouldn't. We'll see if that remains true. But, god damn it. Is there like, what is going on with the double jump? Like, it doesn't seem to work. Like, most of the time it does not work. I think maybe there's like a specific timing to it. I'm doing it too soon. Could be it. Like, you have to do it. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the controller being responsible for a dropped input or something, because it is a wireless controller. So, like, that might be a factor. I might just switch to the original GameCube controller for this. Yeah, see. Maybe there is a bit of timing to that. Maybe I should have waited. None of this is unreasonable, though. Just a little slightly jank and a bit weird, but totally fine otherwise. Like, nothing is really particularly too dire here. Yeah, I just had to wait a little bit, that's all. I am relatively hopeful that this will be a pretty normal video game that's kind of aimed for kids and not insane. Right? Like, lots of checkpoints. It is a tutorial level, so we'll see how long that holds up, but otherwise, looks pretty medicated, pretty normal. How did George do that? No, the double jump exists. It's just jank and weird.
No more bridges.
It's like a really slight double jump, and it has weird, inconsistent timing. But again, it could be the controller, because again, this is like a kind of shit controller that I'm using currently, and the only reason I use it for some games is because it's way more ergonomically friendly than the original GameCube controller is. So that's really the only reason why. But for games that really demand like proper analog sensitivity or whatever, I always use the original controller. But with this game, you like in a 3D platformer, like most of them, you pretty much always want to be running at full speed anyway. Like, the only time that's not the case is if they have like a section where you have to like very slowly move across something, right? Like, or go around like a bendy little thing, otherwise you fall off. Those are really the only times that matters.
Looks like Ted is heading for the village. Keep going.
Is this on a time limit? No, it isn't. There's a checkpoint. I don't know. It's weird. Like, so far, this looks totally fine. See, I was mashing the jump, and it didn't let me do it. I don't know why the double jump seems to only work sometimes. See, it's like, again, it didn't happen. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's the deal. Really weird. I want to say it's the game. I don't... What the fuck? Like, see, it didn't happen again. I don't think it's the controller. But I might switch to the original controller just to verify. Okay. Because you have to double jump there. You can't make that jump normally. Because I tried to make it normally to see if there was a difference, like in the timing, but no. Okay. I think I know what's going on with the double jump. I think. So I think what it is that this game, if you're in the middle of certain other animations, the double jump just will not work. There seems to be some kind of like threshold for when you can do it.
Where you won't be seen.
So like if you're busy with another animation at the certain time, it just won't work. Or it's like programmed to only allow the double jump
Enter the village.
under certain circumstances, like
on the
under
rooftops
certain
where you
positions
won't
and
see.
thresholds. Okay. Over here. This doesn't look like the right way. I'm just gonna fall off, aren't I? Yeah, that's not right.
Enter the village.
Like another thing I'll definitely give credit
Stay
for
on
this
the
game
rooftops
is
where you won't be seen.
the iteration times are really good. See, I tried double jumping. It just doesn't want to do it, like, sometimes.
Enter the village.
So, like, when you fail, like,
Stay on
it
the rooftops where you
pretty
won't be
quick to
seen.
put you back to where you need to be. Like, they don't really waste your time on failures all that much. Like, the game's really good about that. So, despite there being some obvious problems
Enter
here
the
with, like,
village.
the double jump,
Stay on the rooftops where you won't be seen.
it's pretty damn good about, like, not being insanely evil and frustrating. See, I did nothing different that time, and it worked.
Get to the other side of the village. Jump on the villagers' baskets and rooftops.
I
Be
tried
careful not to touch
that.
the ground. If you do, you'll get caught. Don't get carried outside the village walls.
Oh, they mean the actual literal baskets, these. I see. Jesus.
Got you!
Uh-oh. That puts me here. See, like, abundant checkpoints. Oh, I thought that would bounce. No bounce? Do you have to just, like, stay on them and wait? Nope.
You've unlocked a bonus item.
You can't go on those.
Don't belong in.
You've unlocked a bonus item. I think I just wait. No, you keep... What? I was, like, sliding off. Yeah, the physics in this game are questionable. Very fucking questionable. Oh my god. Like, I'm just having a really hard time understanding what the fuck is happening in this. With what the game... Like, how the game wants me to execute jumps and stuff. Like, it's a little fucking insane, to be frank. Why can't I just jump on this? I can make the height. That'd be so much fucking easier. Well, I'm not being slid off this time. Maybe as long as you stay close enough to the center, you won't fall off of it.
What's that?
Oh, am I supposed to go over to the other side now? Like, is it too late?
What's that?
Looks like it's too late. Like, you have to jump over. Oh, wait, no. There we go. Those just clipped right through each other.
Get out!
Can I make that jump? I think the game needs me to. Here we go.
What's that?
And then I have to get over to this one.
Go away, monkey!
They gave me a checkpoint for that. Like, while this game definitely feels slightly incomprehensible, mainly the controls, they're at least giving me tons of checkpoints. Like, they're not really wasting my time all that much. Like, I really have to, like, emphasize how important that is in a game like this, especially if it's jank, to just, for the developers to at least have enough self-awareness to be like, yeah, this isn't, like, fully functional, so we're gonna just constantly give you, like, saves. And also, we're gonna load things really quickly for you so that you can try, like, almost right away. Because, like, even games that are prestigious,
There it is. That's my
they
ship.
have major issues with
Well, not
shit
my
like that.
ship.
Like, almost every Mario game in existence is,
Thanks.
like, awful
You
about
come to
that,
America, you
where it
make a
takes
great cab
500
driver
years
of
for
the
you
city.
to get back to where you were after you died.
Find your way to the ship through the maze of crates.
Okay, so I guess they want me to go down here. Brought to you by Dole. A lot of Dole advertisement on the GameCube. Ha! Funny. First person Curious George mode. But yeah, the jumping does not feel good in this game at all. It is a notable problem this game has. And I feel like the double jump is just bugged. Like, it just decides when it wants to work and when it doesn't. And it seems to be very based off of positioning. And depending on where you're located on certain surfaces, the game just decides, like, in its code or something, to not double jump. It's really weird. Because if it were a controller problem, I wouldn't be able to just keep doing it like this reliably, right? Like, it's working totally fine here. But then on certain slopes and vines and stuff, it just decides not to do it. And it's really weird. Okay, so we're going over here, I guess. Solve my maze, Curious George. Did this not... Okay, this is different. I thought this wrapped around, but no, this is different. I should be able to fit through that. Yeah, brought to you by Dole. I mean, the Super Monkey Ball games had Dole advertisements. At least the first one did. What's up, game?
Jump onto the forklifts to get to the opening on the other side.
Oh, hell yeah.
Be careful
Forklift
not to fall
action.
off. Get the idol and board the ship.
Stage complete. Curious points, 90. 82 out of 93 bananas collected. Gift shop item unlocked. There's like a weird audio bug every time this menu pops up. Like the game crackles. See, it's like... keeps doing that. What is that?
Find your way onto the
Oh,
elevator
congrats on the
and get
rare.
the idol.
Oh yeah. I always have my expectations low for licensed games. Little mouse, little rat thingy. This feels a little bit more like a normal 3D platformer level. Like, you can kind of move around different areas and have a little more freedom. It's not as railroaded. Yeah, I don't know why the idol looks like some jelly. It's really weird. Found a little secret. Are you looking for secrets? I am. I am looking for secrets. A curious object. Ah, yes. Fuck up all their luggage. Yeah, I don't really, so far, have too many, like, damning complaints about this game. It seems fine. A little buggy in terms of the double jump, but the fact that the game is extremely gracious about failures so far makes it not that big of a problem. And, you know, always temper your expectations when it comes to licensed games, of course. Because, like, as we know, starting with the very, very early games of the challenge, right? We have seen some shit already. Finding Nemo was by far the fucking worst when it came to the licensed stuff. Although you could technically say Monster 4x4 is a licensed game, because it technically is. It uses real monster trucks for the licensing. So you could argue that that was the worst one so far. But I don't think most people view Monster Truck a game as licensed in the same way they view like something like this. Okay, we're finding a key. Got it. And like, yeah, visually the game looks pretty good. Like, and it runs okay. Like, there's not really... And the performance is like, yeah, it's pretty good. Could be better, but it's pretty good. And I'm having an okay enough time just grabbing nanners. Reminds me a bit of the Donkey Kong games, you know? It's very obviously taking that idea. Wow, he's getting real excited. What do we got going on here?
You can climb hand over hand on some overhead surfaces.
Ah, like Crash Bandicoot. Gotcha. Can't control the camera much here. Kind of like a fixed camera. You can move it to the right, but you can't move it to the left. The fuck? Did you notice how he was grabbing air at the end there? It's pretty good. What a glorious specimen this George is. Look at this master. Boy, he makes a lot of noise. He seems to be looking around at stuff, but it's not signposting. It's just him just randomly looking at nothing.
Now which way is up?
He's streetwise. Is there a purpose to being up here? Oh, I see. It's weird, the double jump has been working. It hasn't failed me yet. Nothing up there. In terms of like hidden stuff. Oh, you know how I said the double jump didn't fail me? Guess what? It just decided not to do it that time. Wonderful. And there does not seem to be a faster way back up there, so that's unfortunate. But at least I won't be going around collecting bananas. I mean, a lot of it's optional, so whatever. Yeah, like I might even be able to just take a different route. Like I could just go here. What is this for? It's just for one banana? No, maybe it's just for the one banana. I don't think it's not gonna go far enough to let you go over to the other gap. So it's just for that one thing. Well, we're currently still on a Nintendo Wii. So it could look better than what it currently does since we're outputting component and not digital through the RetroTink 5X. So for me, it looks a bit blurry because it's also running the deflicker filter. You can technically turn it off, I think, for games, but it requires a little bit more work and it breaks some of the games on the Wii at least. So let's try this again. All right, so we gotta, from the looks of it. Yeah, there we go. See, there we go. It worked that time. All right, what's going on here? Any little secret? No. I think I just have to jump here. But it does look nice overall, I do agree. Okay. We're up here now, I guess.
Make your way to the top of the crane and get the item.
Wasn't I supposed to be getting a key? Or are we not doing that anymore?
Hey, check it out. A monkey.
Where did you come from?
He's cute. Hey, I wonder if he can do tricks.
Hey, little monkey, do some tricks for us.
Yeah, dance, monkey.
No fucking way. No way. Is this real? We got a rhythm game minigame in this? Was that not correct? Oh, you have to get the highlight. This is insane. This is the... I least expected this to be in the video game. It seems completely optional. It sure got moves. This is one of the many good arguments you can make to always use a real GameCube controller of some kind. Because otherwise you will get really fucked up in your inputs for stuff like this. Because the GameCube controller is not exactly traditional. You think this is better than the mini game in Avatar: The Last Airbender? Having to do a bunch of inputs every time you bend. Open a chest to do this quick time event. We're doing some bending. Oh shit, we got a hold input. They just kind of threw that out of nowhere. Groovy. What do you get for this? This is quite long. And I'm fairly certain this is not like something you have to do.
Give me a good show and I'll give you some good dough.
The game made it pretty clear that you don't have to. I just wanted to talk to the dudes. This is quite a lengthy segment. Like, what does this get you? Like, do I care about the reward? Looks like we did it.
Thanks, little guy. Hey, I wonder if he could do the obstacle course.
Yeah, see if you can get all
More?
the bananas.
Collect all of the bananas before the timer
Oh, no.
runs out. Ready to race. 3, 2,
Is this
1,
like all
go.
consecutive? This is becoming a very strange video game. I don't dislike that, but this is not what I was expecting. And this all seems to be optional. We still going. Don't have a lot of time left. There we go.
Wow, he did that faster than I did.
That ain't saying much. See you later, little guy. We gotta go.
So what do I get for that?
Yeah, see ya.
What was the point?
Make your way to the top of the crane and get the idol.
I know, you said that before. Did I have to do that to get to the idol? I'm very confused. What was the point of that? What do I get for my troubles? It was very unclear. Like, were they gonna stop me from going up there if I didn't do all of that? Because I never did test that. I just wanted to talk to the guys. I'm like, oh, there's dudes there. There's like a button prompt. Let's take a look. They would kill me, you think? Maybe, because they did leave, right? Like, they went away from the thing, so maybe they would just fucking kill him or something. So maybe that was mandatory. Oh, this is good animation. It's not even matching up the ladder. There are a lot of bananas in this stage. Did you never notice that? I've been actually, like, trying to collect them as I see them, and it is just going. Okay. It's possible, though, a lot of them are concentrated in one spot. Maybe some banana bunches or something. I really do appreciate how the animation and collision for the ladder climbing is consistently always like touching the invisible parts. Okay. What the fuck am I doing now? Am I grabbing this? I am. It just didn't work last time. That's a good angle. That's the idol. And then this is like optional bananas. Oh, I've been committing to it so far. May as well. I'm definitely not going to 100% this game. But for this stage, at least, I'll grab some of this stuff. Especially since this is supposed to be a shorter game. I don't really mind. We
Investigate the ship's bridge.
investigate my ass. What's over here? Nothing. This game is quite weird about that with the level design. Is like you would expect there to be like a secret or something, and a lot of the time there isn't. There's just like nothing over in some spots, just empty space. Okay. Like, their idea of secrets is put something in a little alcove, like here. Causing problems.
You turned off the autopilot.
Well, I was on the sea. I swapped the deck.
I was up the deck, that's all I heard.
One of the sailors is on his way.
Oh no. Is that good or bad?
Hide from the sailor.
I guess it's bad. I'm busy. I thought hiding under there would be pretty smart. I guess we're going over here. It's like only one
Leave
spot
the
to
bridge
hide.
Without being spotted.
Hey now.
What?
What's this? Sorry, little guy. You can't be up here.
Bullshit. You weren't even facing.
Hide from the sailor.
I should have touched these first if I was trying to get the doohickeys. Because now I don't think I have enough time to push these buttons before he comes. Just barely.
Leave the bridge without being spotted.
Apparently I gotta wait for this guy to just go all the way over there first because he psychically just knows that I'm
Hey,
behind him.
I could have sworn I set that,
Yeah.
that thing there.
Get the idol.
Get the idol.
Use the zip line to go below the deck.
Pro moves. The level
Search the
design's pretty
cabins for a
neat.
key.
I kind of like how it transitions below deck pretty seamlessly. Kind of a nice touch.
You've unlocked a bonus item.
You know, I don't know where I get those bonus items. They didn't make that clear. They mentioned a shop. I've never seen it. I think I'd have to go back to the main menu for that, and I don't know why I care about the shop. Like, didn't really explain that. Well, I almost got all the bananas. So I guess, like, there's a lot of these little cabins. Here's the key. Oh. Oh, okay, the level's over. Thanks, I guess. I guess yeah, okay. I guess even if you were trying to do 100%, that's pretty rude.
Get back into the ship.
Because you just will never fucking know that it's gonna boot you out. So, oh well. So much for that time investment. This does not want to move at all. Do I just jump from the apex or will I get knocked off? Nope, that works.
What do I tell him when I get back? Mr. Bloomsbury, we have a big problem. Well, a little problem. Well, a big little problem. It's
a little big planet problem.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I can go for the laugh. All right. A funny thing happened to me on the way to Zagawa. You're gonna love this. Oh, he's not gonna love it.
Use the crouch control and crawl into the vent.
Who keeps talking to me? Who is this ominous narrator? Crouch control? The fuck are you talking about? A crouch control? There's never been a crouch control. You never explained a crouch control. What the fuck are you talking about, narrator? Give me a fucking button. This has literally never come up. There was like a crouch, but it just did it automatically. And I'm pressing like every button on the freaking controller. And it's not... Okay, now it's doing it. Okay, cool. It was really weird. Could have sworn I never had to press a button before. Watching would be like short one banana because it booted me out of that other area. Because I don't think I got everything in that other section. Well, now we're back here. Okay.
Go to the forklift and use the key you found to start it.
It all comes full circle. How fancy. Wow, he's a lot smarter than I thought. Damn. I don't know why I'm gathering all these idols. Is there like something I missed about Curious George lore? Okay, we missed 6 bananas.
Cabs through the city and follow Ted's cab. If your taxi stops or goes the wrong way, jump to another one.
Oh,
if the sign on top of
memorization.
a nearby cab lights up, jump onto it. Be careful not to fall into the street.
Oh boy, this is an interesting level design. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about, though. They restart you really fucking quick. Like, that's the good shit. That's the good shit. Am I too late? Well, I'm hoping that I won't have to,
What do you think you're doing?
I think I fucked up. I might still be able to fix it, though. No, I think I'm screwed. Yeah. Oh, they start me back here again. God damn it. Yeah, this is a little tricky, especially since the platforming is not that great. It's kind of... Like I mentioned before, this game doesn't really feel very good to play. And you can't... There's like this weird, like... There's these invisible walls that keep showing up that are like... slowing down my ability to move. It's really weird. But I'm hoping just to get this done in like 1 or 2 streams, and then I won't have to ever think about this again. In terms of if it works. But yeah, sure, for science, I could... With the real GameCube, I could check it out.
What do you think you're doing?
Wouldn't really take any effort at that point. It feels like the double jump actually just causes you to fail in this section more than it helps. Shouldn't I just be able to stay on this the whole time? There's like a weird scripting that this game has. Okay, I see. I think I understand what it wants from me. I think I understand. It like, it basically, even though logically the cars are supposed to follow a certain path, they won't follow that path until you jump on them and then back and forth. So you actually have to do what the game tells you to with the lights on the taxi. Otherwise, they just will not go the right way. Got a checkpoint. There we go. And yeah, I'm not at all a fan of this kind of design. These types of levels suck ass. Completely agree. But the defining feature of this video game that I've brought up many times is it is pretty good at not wasting your time on bullshit. So even though I don't like this level design at all, it at the very least loads so quickly when you fail that it's really not that big of a deal. Although this section really has me for a loop because I don't know what the fuck it wants from me. I think I have to be on here. Okay. And then we jump on here.
Monkey on the roof. Ah, yeah, I've seen it.
Get your dirty paws off my cab!
Ah, he said that movie reference. You know Planet of the Apes? You know it? And do you know Planet of the Apes? Did you know Planet of the Apes exists? Did you know it? We do now. Oh, this one hasn't made me jump on anything for a while. I'm concerned. Oh, I guess that's it. At least for now.
Looks like we're gonna be here for a while.
Fine. I think I've been driven enough for one lifetime anyway. I'll walk from here. What's the damage? Other than my nerves?
1250, sunshine.
Do you have a brother who drives trucks in Africa?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact.
Some very weird bits in this game for what's supposed to be comedy or something. I'm not really sure what's supposed to be funny about any of this. Really confounded. Five out of 15. So the other stuff's just like optional if you care about collectibles. Yeah, like that really does just seem to sum up the thoughts on the game, right? Like it's just medicated. Like it's not fucking insane and evil or drives off a fucking cliff, right? It's not like Finding Nemo where it did that. Like this seems pretty normal and like mostly what you'd expect. So like there's not a whole lot that I have to say about it really. It's kind of like it's what it is on the tin. It's competent. It is serviceable and does the job for what you'd expect for a children's game to do. Like this is more of what I thought Finding Nemo would be, to be quite honest. Like I expected Finding Nemo to basically be like this, except it fucking wasn't. It was a nightmare video game. But so yeah, this is basically seems to be the game. It's basically not too dissimilar to something like Hello Kitty, although the Hello Kitty game is even easier than this. With the Hello Kitty game, there's only like 2 sections where there was any challenge, and like the rest of it was pretty brain dead. Like really, the biggest issue that this game has is it has a weird like bug or inconsistency with how the double jump works. And it does not control too well.
Get the idol at the top of the unfinished building.
Like it doesn't really feel good as a platformer, but almost every problem that this game has can be forgiven by the fact the developers knew what they made. Like they understood well enough to have generous checkpoints everywhere, no live system, and very fast load times. So like, even though this game definitely has problems, it's like, it doesn't really matter all too much when, you know, it's just so quick about letting you get through your shit. So like, I don't really find it to be that much of a problem. It's fine. Like, yeah, the game could be better for sure. It's not a fucking Mario game, you know? And even then, Mario Sunshine is considered the weakest 3D Mario platformer for most people. Mario Sunshine is a very flawed video game. And in many ways, Mario Sunshine has problems that, hilariously enough, this game does not. One of those being that Mario Sunshine takes fucking forever for you to get back into the action when you fail. And this game does not have that problem at all. So there's all kinds of little funny things like that. I think I have to go up here, or is this optional? It's optional. Can I go on this one? I can. Okay, interesting. He loves it. Oh, so you can do that, but there's no point to it. Okay, I thought maybe you could go over the fence, but no, it's not. That's not how that works. So, like, other issues too, right, that this game has for its controls is you can't move in midair to the other, like, areas. So, like, even though I could have hopped over to the other, not vine, chain, I guess we're swinging on chains. They look like chains. Like, even though I could have done it from that one to that one, it wouldn't let me, because the game has, like, fixed animations and stuff. So, like, that's annoying, but it's not, like, the end of the world. Like, look at that. Like, they changed the camera angle for you so you can, like, set yourself up to grab that more easily. Like, that's a pretty good game design thing, and a lot of 3D platformers absolutely will not do that. So, like, there are, like, these weird things in the game that are, like, bizarrely good, even though there's problems. Like, there's, like, thoughtful things in here, and it's, like, a little weird that the game's, like, a mixture of, like, decent, if not clever game design. And then they have stupid shit like hop on cars, or, you know, your double jump just won't work sometimes because reasons. So it's very interesting that this game is the way it is. But I am overall having a pretty decent time with this.
Jump to the pipe and climb across.
I see. It looks like there's mostly just secrets here. Like, it's mostly just optional stuff, and I'm kind of, you know, I don't really care about completionist stuff. This isn't a 100% challenge, thankfully. If this were a 100% challenge for the GameCube, I would fucking have a stroke and die. If anything, because Phantasy Star Online games exist, 100%ing an MMO, Jesus Christ. Rather die. Oh yeah, Dora the Explorer? That wouldn't shock me. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of Dora the Explorer. A lot of random stuff here. Little doohickeys. Things to cause problems with. See, like, that's the thing that's weird about this game, and they don't let you do certain things that other platformers do, which does suck. Is, like, I should be able to jump off of this fence and get around the other side with the jump and, like, move in midair, but the game will not, under any circumstance, let you. Like, once you've done the jump, that's it. You cannot move. You can only change your trajectory if you double jump, like, in terms of, like, moving forward. You can get a little bit more height and stay in the air slightly longer if you double jump, if it works. And that's it. There's no way to change your trajectory once you're in midair. Just so weird. I wonder if it'll let me do a shortcut from here. Can I, like, get on this? Nope. So I have to go all the way around. Go like this. Yeah, I'm gonna just assume that this engine is really janky and not particularly functional. This all looks optional because it looks way more difficult than anything else. and they're like just bananas. I don't even know what they do. Like, I don't know what this shop is about. I really have to look at that at some point, just because I'm really curious. So, I'm trying to think too, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, this all wraps around, doesn't it? Like, do I care about any of this? Like, where does the game want me to go? Was it... They mentioned a pipe, right? They had, like, a hint about, going along a pipe. Where was that? I see one there. Maybe it was over here. I'd have to get higher up? There's stuff going on here. Oh, I see. I see. You have to go over here. Yep. I did this. There's like a lot of distractions in this stage. It feels like most of this stage is optional. Yeah, so you have to go on here. And I didn't do this because I was looking at other shit and got distracted. Got a thing to swing on. And I think my double jump failed around here. Yeah, like I think I wanted to get on that and the double jump did not fucking work. Yep, and it did it again. Okay, at least it didn't fall all the way down so I can get back there a little faster. I don't know what is with this game and like critical jumps just not fucking working. Like most of the time the double jump will work just fine, but when you need to make a really important jump, the game's like, nah. We're just gonna make the double jump just not work for some reason. So weird. It's not even like that frame sensitive for like the jump. Like it's really not that hard. It's oh my god. It's really weird to me that it's like this. And I fell all the way down, so rip. And oh, I can cheat it. Okay, I can cheat it. It's like the one rare time the game lets me do that. Uh-oh. Alright, good. Alright, we'll continue. I don't know. I haven't had that happen in a long time. Thankfully, it hasn't been too much of a problem with streaming. My internet's been pretty reliable, usually. It's a weird blip. I still have that happen sometimes, but it almost never happens when I stream. Thank fuck that never happened when I was doing the collabs with Gamma Chris and Sarlene. That's like the worst if it happens with a collab. Like that is the absolute fucking worst thing. And now it works. Yeah, like the engines, I guess, like seems pretty solid. Like, I don't really have any real complaints in that regard. Okay, so all the other stuff's optional shit like that, which doesn't look like it's hard to get, but the problem is getting back, right? Like, you're basically gonna have to redo that whole section because I don't think you would be able to get back up, even if you make the jump. So it's not really worth the risk. Especially when I don't care about completionist. Camera's being a little wonky here. At least you can manually adjust it. I almost got all the curious items. Now I do. This is the last one. Look at that. Should be the end of the stage. Oh no, it's still going. Oh, this is a bigger stage than I thought. Like, I generally do like the way that the levels interconnect. Like, the way that they design the levels, pretty good. Like, I don't really have complaints with that part. Like, I think so far the transitions between the different sections of the levels have been pretty good. Like, pretty neat. Fairly seamless. They don't really feel like they're out of place or in a different instance or anything like that. Like, this all feels pretty alright. I really just wish the game controlled better, honestly. It's like the biggest downer about the game is that I wish it just controlled better. I don't even know why I'm getting this when I ignored the other stuff. I guess just cuz. Yeah, it's like it's a serviceable video game, and I appreciate that. Doesn't require too much brain power, which is good since I'm tired. A fuck? Other monkeys? Like, but some stuff is really silly, right? Even though some things with the level design are pretty neat, they have, like, dumb stuff, like, you can't go through this, even though very clearly you can fit. And it's like, why is that there? Like, why is there an invisible barrier? Oh, I guess we're done? I think I mashed through a cutscene or something. Because I was doing a double jump.
Climb the building and find Ted's apartment.
It almost feels
Some of the
sinful
flower boxes are crumbling.
for
if they
a
start to shake, move away quickly.
for a 3D platformer or any platformer to not have these be bouncy. Like, to not have a bouncy section on these, this feels wrong. It doesn't feel right to me. Okay,
Climb the building and find Ted's apartment.
where am I going? Like, it feels like some of these are like a ruse. Like, they want you to go down, but they actually want you to go up. Yeah, they want you to go up. These bananas lead you astray. This is a really short stage. If there's only like 2 curious objects. And like, they have a ledge grab too, which is like cool, even though it doesn't always work. It's neat that that's there. I'm talking about this being a decent video game. Meanwhile, the folks over at Gigaboots are playing Earthworm Jim 64. And of the snippets I was able to catch since I was busy, it's like a couple hours of it. The game looks like a fucking nightmare. I'm sure glad that's not part of this challenge.
Get the idol and go inside.
But I do have some key games to look forward to, like Blood Rain and the Aquaman game, which I have been hearing recently is they're both real bad.
Interact with the curious objects.
Do you think that
Here. I smell him.
Pat! Pat! No!
What was that?
I didn't hear anything.
I'm causing problems?
Hey, Pet. I know you are in there. Open door now. Did you hear noise?
There is a
You've been
shitload
working too hard. You're imagining things.
of interactable
When I get
objects.
more
I think did I
you
see
go
that right?
down
Like
and
640?
17B get evicted.
Jesus.
Noise again.
Pigeons! Outside, maybe. Definitely not in the bathroom. No, wait! Don't go in there!
Come out with paws, hooves, or fins up.
Another just random idol.
Get the idol and find a way out of the bathroom.
One thing at a time. There's lots of little random things to touch. And yes, we got ray trace reflections. All right, so I'm just trying to think where it wants me to go. I guess up here. The ledge grabbing, see, it's what I mean. Like, it should work in some spots and it's not. Like, it should work here, but it's not doing it. Weird. I don't even think that's what they wanted me to do. But I'll take it. Yeah, the reflections are good. This game is bizarrely well done on a technical level. It's by no means the most masterful game on the system, but it's pretty competent. And in some ways, there are always going to be different definitions of what is done well on a video game for technicals. Like, there's performance being a topic. There's, you know, just the overall visuals and what you did despite the frame rate. Like, for instance, Mario Sunshine is very impressive in terms of some of its visuals and what it does, especially with, like, the water. But, I thought that guy was going to come through or something. Maybe he's standing by the doorway. I don't know what's going on there. And, like, you know, you could say that Mario Sunshine's really impressive in those things and, like, the way the flood works and the goo and pollution stuff, right? But then the game is that runs at a, like, you know, locked 30 FPS for a 3D platformer, which is not ideal. Mind you, this game's not really doing much better in that regard. This is, like... I think this, like, house area feels like it's around 30 FPS. I think it's jumping around a fair bit, though. Like, I don't think it's always 30. But I don't think this game has ever hit 60. So, like, there are other ways, you know, to be impressive with how you do game development, obviously. I guess there's nothing else here. I guess I do go through that door.
It must be around here somewhere.
Very Looney Tunes moments here.
Get to the idol at the end of the hall. Don't let Ivan see you.
This is a fucking bougie apartment. Okay. Oh, nice. Just slid right off. Yeah, there's a billion interactables here. Damn. Like, so many points. It's kind of neat to just mess with the objects to see what they do. Just be a problem causer. This is the only bed that bounces so far. But I'll take it. Oh, that's interesting. So if you press right trigger, it gives you your objective. That's what that button's for some reason. And then left trigger's for the crouch. Interesting. So I guess if you missed it, you can always just reread it by pushing the button. Wow, so cool. The way that a lot of the interactivity works in this game, though, makes it feel like more you're upsetting a poltergeist than you are actually doing anything yourself. Alright. It's enough monkeying around. I think I'm good. I guess there's another secret up here. I don't know if this is required. Or, just more stuff. Seems to just, bring me to another room. Why are there so many rooms that are the fucking same? Okay, where's this guy? Okay, he's facing the other way.
Smells like heck is close by.
And there's some idol in one of the windows. Oh, there's another route up there. That's probably where I need to go. Yep, that looks about right. Oh, this brings me back to the bathroom. Why are there... This motherfucker have 2 bathrooms? Seems to be the case. Jesus. Fucking bougie-ass fucker. For like an apartment? Like a condo or whatever? It's insanity. Yeah, a lot of these are just the same. They've kind of ran out of, like, different interactables. Just, like, duplicate rooms and stuff. So I'm not really sure what the point is of making it this large. Like, that's a little unnecessary. It is hilarious from just like, damn, this guy's a fucking loaded, rich motherfucker. From that perspective, it's funny, but... Damn, biggest condo ever.
Climb the fire escape. Find out where the music is coming from.
That was like the size of a whole ass house.
Find a way up to the next floor above and find the source
I'm
of
trying.
the music.
I'm working on it. Like with most games, though, once you start to get used to the jank, you can work around it to your advantage. Oh my god. Terrifying, terrifying perspective. Let's look at it again. See if we can get that. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. Yes. Peer inside George's head. That's it. Excellent, excellent. I love looking inside. It does prove, though, that George does not have a brain. We've confirmed. Alright, so what am I doing? It's like over there. Like 2 routes. Or 2 routes. And, little secret area here. Dark kitchen. Isn't this where I was before? Or is it, no, this is different. It has like a collectible. That's one thing that's a little confusing about this stage, if you want to call it that, is there's like tons of reused assets and duplicate rooms and shit. So like, it makes it a little tough to figure out where the fuck you're going. The only way you can really tell is by seeing if there's any new collectibles. That's like the only signposting you'll get. And that's good enough, to be honest. It's just a little weird that they wouldn't like do a little bit more to try and make these stand out. And for that matter, it really does not look like you can get up there from here. That's like... Oh, wait, nope. There's like a pipe. There's a pipe, I see. That like... That seems really hard to reach. Oh, fuck off. That really should have connected. Oh, come on, dude. This is the janky part. Oh, are you serious? Can't I just jump on this to get height? No. It doesn't go nearly high enough. And you can't hold down the A button either to give you more height on the bounce. Like with a lot of 3D platformers, that does not work. Okay. Maybe, wait, hold on. Is there like another connecting part? Do they want me to go on this? No. They just want you to do a near frame perfect double jump. It's fine. That's all they needed you to do there to get on the pipe. This is a sneaking mission, Curious George.
Go to the wardrobe.
Make me. What if I don't fucking want to, huh? Uh-oh. Transgender George?
Oh, hi there, little girl. Maybe
Cross-dressing George?
I've lost some of my paintbrushes. If my boss finds out, he's gonna be so mad at me. Could you help me? If you find a brush, bring it to my cart. Thanks.
Find a brush.
Help the painter find his paintbrushes.
Do I have to... Where should I be looking? Do I have to, like, randomly touch objects? No, I doubt it. They're probably just a random collectible somewhere. That guy's still around. Oh, fuck off, dude. Damn, he's close. Does he turn around? Doesn't seem to. It's that guy. There's one.
Take the paintbrush to the painter's cart.
Is it just the one that I need?
Here, pet.
There's always that possibility, Nav Jack.
That's great. Only 2 more.
Oh, no, I mean more.
Smells like...
God, you have to, like, deliver them manually. You can't collect more than one at a time. That's stupid. Oh, no. He's in the room. Oh,
Pet must be...
Jesus, he's really close.
Find
I'm like...
the paintbrush before the timer runs out, and Ivy
Oh.
discovers that you're a monkey.
I see. Well, that's a interesting gimmick.
Pet, come out!
Where's the brush? There it is. Oh, I don't have a lot of time. Do I just have to grab the brush and then it'll teleport me?
Take
Yes.
the paintbrush to the painter's cart.
I can say this much, right?
We only need to find one more.
The game's definitely becoming a little more unhinged in this section. This is definitely the... This is a step down from some of the other levels. It's not as bad as the car one, though. Right, so we need one more brush. I don't know which rooms I've been in because they all look the fucking same. So I guess I'm just gonna be looking around a little. This is like a weird looking window door thing. I think it might be in here. Yeah, we haven't been in here. This should be it. Yeah. We're doing this gimmick again. Yep. Same thing recycled.
Out of way, ugly little girl. I must find Pet.
Find the paintbrush before the timer runs out, and Ivan discovers that you're a monkey.
Out of way, ugly little girl. I must find Pet.
I'm gonna assume the paintbrush is behind me. Oh my god. Or not? What the fuck am I doing? It is up there, but how am I supposed to get up there? The bounce isn't high enough for me to get up here. And I can't ledge grab. Oh, wow.
I caught you. No pet can monkey with Ivan.
You're good at this. We only need to find one more.
I think I know what it wants me to do now. Let's just skip cutscenes. That's nice.
Timer runs out, and
Too bad it resets my position.
Pet, come out.
So the stupid bed bouncing thing is not what they want. They want you to go on the stupid lamp, or just do that. Now the ledge grab works. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is awful. This is awful. Because, like, the double jump's not working. Jeez. Barely made it.
To the painter's cart.
I don't know what this game's problem is with that. Like, it is annoying. Like, it's definitely a major con and a problem to have in a platformer. But, like, damn, dude. I don't know why the game does that. Like it psychically knows when is the most critical for your double jump to not work, and then will do that.
That's the last of them. Thanks for all your help.
So annoying.
Well, I guess I better get this card upstairs so I can start on Ms. Plushbottom's place.
It's really hard to find out where the music's coming from, apparently. Why can't I knock over that paint can? You know what would make this game a lot better? Is if it wasn't made in 2006. If it was like made today as a modern thing, there could be a lot more appeal because you would have like potential opportunity for interactivity and physics nonsense, like knocking over paint cans and being a general menace. And none of that is present here. That's true, but the GameCube wasn't really capable of it, to my knowledge. The GameCube didn't leverage much in the way of physics. The CPU probably wasn't good enough. But like the most I've ever seen of physics interactivity in a GameCube game, as far as I know, is Time Splitters 2 and 3, where there was some of that, but it was like very rudimentary. Like very rudimentary. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, I guess I'm going this way. Wasn't I already in here? No, this is different. A minigame again. Pop the required number of bubbles in each round. To pop a bubble, press the matching control. Honestly, reading this stuff doesn't really help so much as intuiting it. So let me just see what the fuck they want. Yeah, it's the same shit. It's just slightly different. Honestly, it's the same thing for so many video games that I've played. Like, I play like Genshin Impact and Star Rail, and they have tutorials done in a similar way for like mini games for an event or something like that. And it's always like over-explained, and they phrase it in ways that like more confuse you than actually make any sense. And I always find I do a much better job just feeling it out and doing what they want me to do, and just figuring out as I'm playing. And that's just kind of how I am personally. This looks like it's mandatory though, like this isn't optional, because there was like nowhere else to go. So I'm doing this for reasons unknown. I don't really know if there's like, if what happens if I miss one of them, like, does it matter? Is there like, I guess there's some numbers, right? Maybe if you do it too many times, you like fuck up. There might be a slight limitation on how many times you can fail it. Why is it so fucking fast now? Jesus. Whatever, I did it. So yeah, that was mandatory. What a really bizarre stage and a weird way to end your stage. That was a really strange stage. Yeah, like, that's so true, Navjack. Like, a lot of the tutorials these days are, like, bizarre in the way that they phrase stuff and, like, over-explain things. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, like, I tend to just ignore a lot of it now because, like, I don't need the extra help. Like, I can usually just figure it out. Like, it's like a language of, like, you try it for a little bit, and then you're like, oh, it's this thing.
Hey,
right?
Junior.
Like, you go, oh, yeah, it's this thing. I know what this thing is. I've seen it before. It's not a secret.
Did you forget the press conference?
Yeah, right. The press conference. No.
Sometimes it takes a little longer for me to figure it out. Maybe it takes like 5 minutes or something. Most of the time, I usually understand it in like 10 seconds or less. It's like very interesting how that goes.
Here? I'd better keep my eyes open.
It's true that normal people don't have that kind of literacy for gaming. It was a similar thing that was, reminds me, that was brought up when I was watching, someone else do a stream and they were playing Silent Hill 2. And they had mentioned just kind of offhand, because Silent Hill 2 is a story that is extremely leveraged on allegory, right? And he was just like mentioning offhand that, like, you know that most normal people on the planet don't know what allegory is, and they have like no concept of even understanding what it is. Like, you have to kind of have an abnormal brain to even think about what the fucking allegory is. And in some cases, it's not because you're stupid. Like, sometimes smart people or people who are otherwise really smart in other areas cannot like grasp what allegory is or like think about it that way, right? So like, for example, like in Silent Hill 2, like mild spoilers for Silent Hill 2, I guess, like almost all the enemies in Silent Hill 2 are women, right? Indicating that the main character might have a problem with women. And, you know, that's what we would call an allegory, right? Most people are not going to fucking understand that. Like, most people will not make those connect those dots. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of levels, that kind of stuff, and most normal people will not understand it or pick up on it until the very end where they make it abundantly clear. And it's just interesting to me that, you know, because I'm not a normal person, right? Like, it's interesting to me how that stuff works with people, how normal people, so to speak, like, have wildly different experiences with media and works of fiction and stuff.
Jump to the skeleton on the ceiling
I
and
see.
make your way across.
Oh, it's like that's another one of these, like, climb the thing. I thought it wanted me to jump inside of the skeleton. God damn it. Okay, you immediately latch onto it, so don't double jump. There we go. Huh, this is like the only time that is matched. Well, I fell off, great. That's like the only time the animation is matched where the hands go correctly. They couldn't do that with the ladders or the other stuff, but they did it with the bones somehow. Interesting. Okay.
Make your way to the mammoth exhibit.
It's funny because I've not played Silent Hill 2, but I've seen the majority of the game enough times from streams that I basically know the plot anyway. There's some small bits and pieces I'm missing for context, but I basically know the plot of Silent Hill 2. I'll eventually get around to doing a full proper playthrough. Like, I haven't played through any Silent Hill game. I've just kind of experienced some of them just through streams and cultural osmosis.
It was surprisingly easy, really. Next.
Mr. Bloomsbury predicts this will be big for the museum. Your thoughts?
Well, maybe not quite as big as you think.
In terms of gameplay, I'm basically blind. Like, I don't know any of the puzzle solutions or where I'm supposed to be going. So, like, from the gameplay perspective, if I were to ever play them for the first time, I'd be blind in those aspects, just not the general outcome and themes of the story.
Go to the platform near the ceiling and get the idol.
I feel like the average streamer desperately needs to have a dedicated button to tell them what to do at all times. And this game has that. Like, I press the right trigger, and it tells you what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. If they want to make games designed for streamers, they need to do that. Just have a button, like a dedicated button, that just tells you what the objective again, and keep pressing as many times as needed until it sinks in. Go to the platform near the ceiling and get the idol. Yes, you want me to go this way because there are bananas. You're signposting.
Gotcha, you little.
But you can't go that direction because that fella's there, and he'll see you. I guess that doesn't save your progress on the curious things, which is kind of annoying. So, all the more reason not to try and 100% this game.
Maybe I'm being paranoid. Even Ted wouldn't bring a monkey to work. No monkeys so far. But I'll give it a few more minutes.
Do I have to wait? I don't think he's gonna move. So he saw me there.
Gotcha, you little troublemaker.
Here's my... I'm gonna try this, okay? Maybe I went too close to him. So maybe I just need to jump further and, like, hug the right more when I do the jump. It might be that I got a little too close. Nope. Nope. It's just impossible. So you straight up cannot go that way. Not without doing something else first, anyway. I don't see a way to get up there from here. Like, I see that, yeah, I know what to do. You go up there, at the very top, get your idol. It's up there somewhere. It might be outside of the rendering distance, though. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be up there. And I don't see anything.
Run toward the banner and jump onto it.
Ah, that's why we have the hints. Because I would not know to ever try that, because that has never come up in the game at all. But they have a tip that tells you. So fair play. There's this here. Do you want me to go on this first? Well, it almost looks like you could get on this, but it doesn't. I don't think this is what they want. Oh, fuck off. So this game's got like a weird thing about it, right? Where a lot of the things are automated for how you latch onto other things. And I have the habit of pressing the jump button because I'm trying to position myself onto the thing that it wants me to be on. And then because I press the A button, it immediately lets you go. I've had that happen so often in this game. That time, I didn't do anything. I just was holding forward. So that time, the game just fucking broke. I don't know why it didn't stay on. Oh, I see. You can't go up that direction. It slides you down. That's all it does. So you have to take the other route. You are forced to go this way, even though it makes no sense. That's what you're supposed to do. All right. So then I have to go on this. And then I have to go on the pterodactyl. I think. I know this is here, but I don't think I'm going to grab onto that. I'm probably going to fall off. Well, I went through it. That's a good question, Navjack. I did hear Will Ferrell. But yeah, I get sometimes they just reuse lines. They sometimes get the actors. It has been known to happen. Okay, so reminder, you cannot change your trajectory when you're in a jump. I think they might want me to press this. That is actually required. I think that's the first time that they've actually made you do this. So that's actually a requirement to progress. Also, I noticed there's two of these here. I never noticed that before. Okay. Now it's making a little bit more sense. Oh, I see. I see. So the other one was just for the collectible. This is what you're supposed to do. Got it. Alright.
I got better things to do than
The thing I'm noticing with this game is I'm overlooking some of what it wants me to do. Because... So, most 3D platformers I've played are not this railroaded, right?
Now, what was that code?
This game is really railroaded for its main objectives, especially. So I tend to have this problem where I try to do things that make sense in a normal 3D platformer, but because this game's extremely handholdy and railroaded, it doesn't, though that approach doesn't work. Like, essentially, I need to take, like, basically let the game handhold me, and then it'll make sense. That seems to be the game design here. Outside of the times, of course, when the double jump just doesn't fucking work. Excluding that, that's basically what the game seems to play like. Yeah, exactly, Navjack. Like, what I wish was in the game, precisely. Like, that's a pretty decent way of putting it. Well, I don't think that's supposed to happen. They just want me to crouch. There's like a time laser. And this turns it off. Or not. It's just there for points, I guess.
Make your way to the transportation exhibit.
This looks pretty nice. Like, the fire and the kind of baked-in lighting they're trying to do. It could look better, for sure, but it's, like, pretty good looking. In general, the game looks pretty good. Oops. Do you notice a problem? I was just saying how the game looks good. Do you see the issue? Its collision's incorrect. There, I fixed it. Okay. I think that happened because I interacted with this and it somehow made him sink into the floor. I think this game would be a lot better if it was done. Like, that's a common problem with licensed games. They're just not fucking done. All right. Game? Please, please attach. Thank you. He's so excited.
And this is what makes African soil especially fascinating. And dust! Who can tell me what's special about African dust? Anyone?
What?
Yes, dust.
The
Very
fuck are you
interesting.
talking
But we
about?
want to hear about the idol.
The idol. Oh, right. The idol.
Where did you find it?
Find it? In Africa.
Yeah,
thought
true,
we'd go
Nav
for
Dak,
that.
true,
How
true.
old is it?
Old? Well, we haven't run a carbon
From what
dating
I've been
analysis
told
yet.
by people who work in the industry,
Big.
the polygon count
Well,
for a lot
size
of
is
things,
all
including
relative,
models,
isn't it?
hasn't like
What,
really
to a
gone up
man?
for quite some time.
Seriously, the yellow suit. What's the story there? Who are you wearing?
Yeah, that suit looks like something
Like, assuming
out of
you're
a
not like
kid's
Final
book.
Fantasy
Hey,
Strangers of
would you just
Paradise, that
knock
is.
it off about the suit already.
Like, assuming you're not doing what they did, which was insane.
Find a way
I know
up to
they
the
fixed it
train
at some
and get
point.
The idol.
This is a better stage than the last stage. Idol's over there. Alright, so this is randomly moving. Well, that was really easy, damn.
On today's Tuesday.
No, it's Monday.
The new Parking Lot Monthly comes out today. I don't have time to waste looking for monkeys.
I too wish I got points for that in real life.
Besides, this hall is equipped with the LaserTech 3000. There, all set. Junior, you are a clever, clever man.
Get to the end of the hallway. Remember, don't touch the lasers.
When I hear that voice, I'm just thinking about fucking Arrested Development. Tobias's character, and that is such a fucking trip, dude. I really need to rewatch Arrested Development. It has been a long time since I've seen that. But I do remember, like, a decent bit with some of the comedy and how, like, Tobias's character is, like, the most explicitly gay motherfucker on planet Earth. And the way that they, like, do all the innuendo with that is insane. Like, my brother had mentioned a while ago, like, that he's been, like, rewatching it. Like, been rewatching Arrested Development, and, like, he also hadn't seen it in, like, 10 years or something. And, like, you know, now that he's a lot older and has experienced a lot more, he's like, Jesus Christ, like, there's some stuff I totally, like, you know, glanced over or forgot that was so overt. And yeah, like, Tobias doesn't even fucking know, like, any of that shit, which is what makes it so funny. It's pretty nuts. Okay, so all this is just extra shit. I get distracted by that sometimes. This is all, like, extra bullshit. Like, it's not like it's horrible or anything. It's, like, fine. This is just all extra bullshit. So if you just stand here, you'll get all this. Why not, I guess. This doesn't really seem like that long of a game, so I don't really mind. But I'm not really expecting to do a proper 100%, and the game made it pretty clear that proper 100% is not really a great idea because it'll just randomly lock you out of progress. If you, like, don't know what triggers the next area, like grabbing a key item and shit. Anyway, this is what they actually want you to do. Get past a bunch of lasers. Oh.
Security! Security! Help! There's a dangerous wild monkey near my office.
Get to the end of the hallway.
That sounds like something Tobias would say. Oh, see, that's the thing too, right? Is if you do fail, Jesus, you have to get it all again. Fuck that. Yeah, I think this game would be a lot more excruciating if you were trying to 100% it. Especially considering the fact that double jump just arbitrarily decides to not work. That is really awkward to do. What kind of jump or positioning do they want from me? Like, it goes off in stages? What, did I have to wait longer? Is it a lower jump? No, there's a bunch of lasers down there. Like, maybe you can land between them? They might want you to do that? But I think that would be too complicated for this game. Maybe you just have to wait a while for, like, the lasers to go off. Do any of them on the bottom go off? No. No. That's just really janky. Okay. Jesus.
Security.
Alright, well, I'll keep trying, because I don't... Unless I'm missing something, this doesn't...
Don't touch the lasers.
This seems like the hardest part of the game so far. Like, this is way harder than it should be.
Security.
I'm not sure what the fuck they want from me, man.
Get to the end of the hallway. Remember, don't touch the lasers.
I know that. I know I'm not supposed to touch the lasers. I'm really trying not to touch the lasers. Oh, I see. Jeez, that's hard to see. But fair enough. Double jump, I guess? Alright.
Alright. The space exhibit.
Oh. Is that gonna fall? It should fall. Lame. Lame. Let me break that shit. Nice fake campfire. Oh, we can get a nice close-up. What a glorious, glorious creature. Wondrous.
The space exhibit is broken. It's missing a gear. The missing gear might be in Junior's office. Go into Junior's office and find the missing gear for the space exhibit.
Now, since I'm a streamer, I gotta push the button because I didn't absorb information. Find the missing gear in Junior's office. Where is Junior's office? Well, it's gotta be interconnected around here somewhere. I see there's a vent, but, like... I don't think you can get into that vent. At least not from here. I guess you can jump up here, but... a lot of this stuff is optional, so it may not matter. And even if you can't, like, jump inside of vents, so I'm not really sure what they want from you here, but... you can go up there, theoretically. I see the idols up there, actually, but again, they say that the gear is missing, so... that's clearly not gonna work. You're supposed to go up here once you have the thing fixed. So, I guess we just backtrack. There was, like, another room or some shit, I guess. Yeah, okay. You have to wait for a cutscene to happen.
Rattle each of the 3 vases to create a distraction.
Oh, okay. Sure. Why not?
Jump onto the pedestal.
They just tell you the solution, which is kind of funny. I mean, I'm willing to be spoon-fed. I guess that's why you can keep doing this and why it lasts so long. Gotta give the player enough time to,
Onto the pedestal.
Geez, they really want to backseat you. Fuck.
Hold down the interact control to keep Junior from noticing you.
Very good. Very good.
What's going on? All right, who put that ugly monkey statue out here?
Hey, that's pretty good.
Maybe if you bother Junior enough times, he'll get frustrated and leave.
Why do you gotta make me do it multiple times? It's a funny bit, honestly. It's actually pretty funny, especially since it's coming from, you know, David Cross, but like... Man, don't make me do the same thing multiple times. It's a little stupid.
Who keeps doing that? Gotta get maintenance to remove that monkey statue. Feels like it's watching me.
Yeah, it'll do that. Alright. Hopefully, 3 times is enough. I figured that this game would, unless there's like bizarre issues with resolution and cell shading, this game would probably look like pretty good, if not way better with a higher resolution.
That's
like
it.
if you were to upscale it in Dolphin.
Concentrate with all this racket. I've had enough of this place for one day. I'm going home.
But the secret with like...
Go into Junior's office and find the missing gear for the space exhibit.
But like the secret though with Dolphin stuff or any like 6th gen emulator is upscaling games is not like always the best decision. Because like I've experienced some titles where upscaling it actually just makes the performance really bad. And it's not because, oh, my computer can't handle it. It's just because like the game itself, like the engine and shit and like what's going on behind the scenes of the emulation cannot fucking handle it. It's something I wish that like YouTubers and shit would be a little bit more, what's the word? Raise awareness about that, because it's really stupid when I've seen like scores and scores of YouTube videos that talk about like, you know, how ultimate and awesome emulating is on such and such console or on the PC, or here's the cool, amazing stuff that these emulators are doing. And yeah, to an extent, there's truth to that. It's not like complete falsehood. Like there is some really cool, impressive projects, and emulation is inherently a cool and good thing. But like they don't talk about really important key issues that are like, you know, important. And I really wish that anyone gave a shit enough to do that. But I guess it's a lot easier to just like be overly positive and praise every aspect and misrepresent what things do, because it's so common for me to see people be like, you can play Metroid Prime in 4K, and it's like, no, you fucking can't. Have you tried opening the map in Metroid Prime 1 and 2 in a resolution that's above 480p? So for those who don't know what happens, so most of you wouldn't because you haven't seen my streams when I was doing this, because, you know, I had way less viewers. Fun fact, the geometry for the 3D map in Metroid Prime 1 and 2 is so fucking unoptimized and polygon heavy that the game chokes and dies in the frame rate the higher your base resolution is on Dolphin. So, like, you inherently lose a ton of frames, and the whole game speed slows down. So, like, the music turns into, like, weird slow-mo shit. And like navigating the map is slow. It all like breaks whenever you open up the map. And like nobody fucking mentions that on the internet. Like I found almost nobody talking about it outside of a couple Reddit posts. And then me confirming it with a friend who works in emulation with N64 more specifically, and I mentioned that to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Metroid Prime just does that because the map's like unoptimized and has a ton of polygons." And like, he was like the only person on planet Earth to say that, like, and like explain why that happens. And he says there's like a way you could hack, add a hack to Dolphin to make it stop doing that, but nobody's like bothered because it's not like accurate or whatever. But that's really funny to me. And there's like, that's not terribly uncommon for games of the 5th generation, or not 5th, the 6th generation to do that. It happens to quite a lot of them. It's the same thing with, this isn't the same thing, but like Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, what a mouthful. I tried that on PCSX2 and it runs fine, but the, I need to still be in here. I have to like get to the top now. Right. Or no, I already did that. What the fuck am I doing? Dinosaur exhibit. Gotcha. Oh, I see the vents up now. I gotcha. But, but for that game, right? DBZ BT3, I messed around with it in a higher resolution, and the cell shading, like the effect on the cell shading for the characters breaks when you upscale the resolution. It's like not meant to be viewed beyond 480p. And that's like, that happens with a good handful of games with the 6th generation like systems on emulation, and like people just don't fucking talk about this shit. Like, it's not this clear cut, like everything looks better and everything runs better.
Yes, can we get a little glimpse
like
of it?
it's experiences like that, which is why for these generation of systems, I overwhelmingly prefer using real hardware, because it just like, it's a little more reliable for me, and it's the same fucking shit anyway. Roughly, like it's barely any different. The only thing you really get for some of these systems is you get better video output, right? Like you get much cleaner output for some of them if you use Dolphin or PCSX2, because you're not like having to worry about like converting analog signals or digital signals, etc. So it's like cheaper and more streamlined that way. But it's just like, you know, I think they're both fairly valid options, because like what I'm doing isn't like cheap. Like this is a pretty expensive setup. So like I totally understand emulation being a great option, and I don't mean to discount that. It's just like me kind of randomly complaining about misinformation on the internet, right? Especially from YouTubers who just don't talk about important shit.
No! Ted, where is the idol?
Wait, that's the linchpin to the whole left leg. Oh. Ah! Oh no!
There is something really funny about the audio missing from this. I expect one of two things is happening with these FMVs, with the audio. I was going to bring it up earlier, but I got distracted. One, they are either, you're meant to play this on a surround system with like Pro Logic 2 running, and there are missing channels because of that in the audio. Or two, when they converted the FMVs for the game, they left it in surround and they didn't down convert it correctly for stereo. So like all of the extra channels aren't being like, aren't running. Like you're basically, it seems you're only getting the center channel of audio. So I don't know, it's either one of those two things that would be causing it as to why you're not getting anything but the center channel. So like there was clearly not a proper stereo conversion either way you put it. So as a result, it makes all these FMVs super fucking scuffed. Oh, very different set piece. Neat. Pretty neat. Oh, yes. Good old Donkey Kong. it's been on hold for an eon, but I really do need to get back and finish that little project of playing all the Donkey Kong Country games. Or at least the ones that are relatively adjacent. I almost had finished Returns, and I've been away from it for many months. I really need to get back to that and, like, finish that out. Because I would like to finish Returns and then try Tropical Freeze. And, like, get through that, because I've been really wanting to play that, but I've just not played it for years and years. But I'll get around to it hopefully soon. Maybe I'll consider doing that on Wednesday. Something to replace the collabs and stuff. Finish that out, maybe. Might be a decent idea. Alright. Back to video games. Yeah, yeah, like, that is an interesting point you bring up about, like, ambient occlusion and such, yeah. I love how low resolution the backgrounds are compared to everything else. Oh, hey, they got the moon right. Does anyone know why the moons are always so fucked up looking in most open world games, including, like, the Grand Theft Auto games and shit? Like, 3 and Vice City had, like, moons that were, like, fucking ovals. And they were, like, always huge. Alright, you got another minigame. Fireflies. Collect fireflies. Complete 3 rounds. Got a timer. Oh, okay, so just run around and grab them. Alright, and some of them fly around.
Wow, good one.
Some of them stay in one spot. Or they go in and out. Well, they want a lot of these. But some of them are like 2 at a time. I see. This doesn't seem too terrible other than the kind of strict time limit. Time limit's a little strict. But there are some that come in 3s, okay. I see. There's like a big bundle over there. That's not horrible. And we gotta keep doing it, though. We gotta do 3 more times. And this time it's even more that they want. For some reason, the jumping's not, like, being as responsive. It seems like trying to go for any individuals is a huge waste of time. Unless it's just on the way to a bigger cluster. They respawn pretty quickly, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck off, they disappeared.
Way to go, George.
Alright, last bat. Ah, oh, come on. 30 seconds, we'll be fine.
Get the blue one.
It's like backseating. This game is so backseat heavy in its own way, it's pretty funny. This is kind of going to be close, I think. This is pretty demanding. Oh, fucking disappearing on me again. Where the fuck did they all go?
Nice one. Way to go, George.
George is on a very strict fucking time limit. See, there's a big... Oh, God.
Catch some red ones.
I'm trying. It's gonna... I knew it would vanish. This is getting dangerously close to failure. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, looks like we got it. What a bizarre stage. I still don't know what a gift shop is. Maybe we'll find out at the end.
What? You want a balloon?
Balloon?
Here you go. Have fun.
That child has a very abnormally large head.
Interact with each group of children to
Oh,
get
God.
balloon tokens.
They're all freaks. These children are fucking ugly as shit. Let me get a better look at them. What a bunch of little freaks. Yeah, exactly. Very, very good. Very good. That's the stuff. All right. There we go. Right inside. There we go. That's it. Oh god, there's more of the other clones? What's soccer ball doing here? Wow, poltergeist moment again.
Hey, look! A monkey! He's cute! What do you want, little guy? Do you want a balloon? Give him one, Ben. No, I think he should earn it. Maybe he's a performing monkey. Oh, maybe he wants to pop the balloons. Yeah! See if he can pop these balloons.
Minigame after minigame after minigame. This is basically just more of the same shit that we've been doing the whole time.
You missed too many balloons.
It's
Again.
slightly different. Okay, what the fuck is this then?
Get the balloons, monkey.
I'm trying. Oh, okay, you have to move it with the D-pad. Isn't that a lot better than reading a mountain of text? It's incredible to me. And again, this just comes back to people not having gaming literacy. But like, it's incredible to me how many people won't just try pressing every button on a controller. Like, it's a foreign concept.
So cute.
Now, if it's like an obscure button combination, that's different, right? Like, that's a little bit different, and I'll give some leeway for that, because I've been tripped up by that on occasion as well. The balloon popping is reasonably satisfactory. I am amused.
So cute.
Better than the other
Good job.
minigames.
Now perform for the next group of children.
Ugh, minigame after minigame. This is fucking brutal. This is what the whole stage is, huh? Little uninspired. Yeah, you're pretty much right about that, Navjack. That's like the normal reaction, which is insane to me. And yeah, the dissolve thing is like a bummer. I also wish games did not do that. Like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail do that. And I really wish they fucking didn't. What if I want to see inside of their fucking heads, huh? Alright, more freaks. Another clone. Can't make too many children character models. We haven't gotten a look at this one, have we? It is, yeah. The fucking sounds he keeps making when he idles is adding a lot to this. Alright, let's just do another fucking minigame.
Get the balloons, monkey.
Perform for me, you little shit. Pressed the wrong button there because I'm stupid. Can only make 2 more mistakes from the looks of it. Yeah, an emotes idea there.
Sweet!
This reminds me a lot of the dragon feeding minigame in Chrono Cross, except more medicated.
Look, he's really moving.
But also you didn't have to press different buttons in that. You just had to go like an insane person. Oh, they're trying to trip you up with doubles.
Sweet! Well done. See you later.
Great. Perform for the last 50
Oh my
children.
god, there's still more? What's the skateboard do? Cool. It's like same model, it's just retextured.
Get the balloons, monkey.
They all sound the same too. Weird clone children.
Hey, cool.
Oh, mega cool.
Mega cool. How does he do that anyway? Like, I know it's a video game, but how is this monkey accomplishing these telekinesis feats?
Wow.
I guess when you stop to think about it, it makes a lot of sense that almost everything George does when interacting with objects is telekinesis. Like, the same thing with, like, the whole poltergeist stuff when he interacts with things, right? When you think about the balloon minigame as well, it makes more sense that maybe the real value in Curious George is his curious powers of telekinesis. Yeah, the deeper lore behind Curious George.
Wow.
Check him out. Oh, mega cool.
The speedrun for this must be sick when you get to this minigame. Because you didn't try and do it as fast as possible and it saves so much time. Go to the balloon vendor. Alright, cool. Can I cause problems? Nope. They don't react to my presence. I didn't see a balloon vendor. Must be over in the other section. Yep, there he is. Look at all these bananas I'm not gonna collect. What a shame.
Well, we don't normally sell balloons to monkeys, but you have enough tokens, so who am I to say no? Here you go. Have fun.
Look out, George!
What? Oh no! My balloons! They're floating away! Someone help me catch my balloons!
Love me some good old capitalism, it's true.
Collect as many balloons as possible. Move right and left to dodge the obstacles.
Auto runner.
Press and hold the jump control to move over obstacles that you can't dodge.
Mm-hmm. Yep, auto runner. With a meter. If you miss too many balloons, you run out of O2, and you fucking fall to your death. I am reasonably curious. Oh, nice little checkpoint. I'm curious. What the fuck? Oh, I guess I gotta steer around it? No? I'm trying to hold A. Let's try that again. Okay. I think if you fail it, you can't get out of the loop. I think I have to steer right immediately. Yep. Little lame that they kind of soft lock you there. Just like combo you to death if you don't get it right the first time. There's like no way to get out of it. Oh, more bananas. Oh, how the fuck are you supposed to get both of those? Maybe you don't. Oh, good thing it refills the whole meter if you get one balloon. You know what they say? Hey, this looks like a kid's game. Oh, I might have fucked up here. I missed the balloon on the right. I don't know if I have enough time to get the other one. Just barely. Okay. Two checkpoints? What the fuck? Well, this is certainly a section. It's not really difficult, so I'll take it. I'm not really sure why licensed games like to try so many of these, like, weird ideas. It seems to be a common thing, and they like to do, like, auto-scrolls and stuff.
You've unlocked a bonus item.
Like a weird habit. At least it runs well, unlike Finding Nemo. Has a stable frame rate, mostly. It's a little long, though. Like, this is kind of dragging on a little too long for my tastes. The fuck? Oh. Right. I haven't had to do that in a while. Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus. It keeps sending you back. Alright. Failure.
You've unlocked a bonus item.
Yeah, it's like one thing that makes 100%ing this game annoying is if you ever fail, which in some cases it's pretty easy for that to happen. Sometimes not even your fault. One thing that makes trying to do 100% for a game like this really shitty is they reset all of your collectibles whenever you die. So, like, it's from where you checkpointed. Alright, so this is where you hold A. I got, like, wombo comboed because of this shit. There we go. Just stick to the one direction.
Come here, you. You're on the next back to the jungle.
Why does everybody keep trying to send him back? Apparently I missed 5 bananas. Where? I didn't see one. I didn't see Banana Bunch. Whatever. Monkey deportation is a common resource in this government.
That rat stole Ted's idol.
It's very important we get that idol. Oh, we got a proper platforming section here again. It's been a while. Been a long while.
Make your way to the vent and follow the rat that stole the idol.
We got some slightly groovy music here. Good old rats. Marooney subscription. This time of year, this time of day, localized entirely within this Twitch chat. So they're like, the rat went into a vent, and there's like a bunch of random shit here. I've kind of lost the plot on where I'm supposed to be going. Maybe it's down here. It's like one of these corners. Can I grab this? No, that's just the normal pipe. It's not a grabby pipe. This one's also just a normal one. Same, George. Same. I guess there was no point being over here. Should I drop? I'm not sure what this is supposed to do for me. It's another section. I guess we'll keep going along the pipe until something makes sense, or I see, like, the vent. Oh, I just dropped. Oh, it's right here. Okay, good.
Follow the rat through the vent.
I'm telling you, this is a great game for Twitch streamers. You almost always know what you're supposed to be doing.
Find the rat.
Now, where could that rat be? I heard that game's supposed to be good. I don't know if the claims are true, though. Guess we'll find out eventually. Yes, the many monkey-themed video games on the GameCube. In most cases, the Xbox version is the best version when it comes to third-party titles. It's not really much of a shock there. Also, having the best output out of the three consoles. The output for the GameCube and the PS2 are fairly flawed.
I hate rats. They don't pay me enough to deal with rats.
Like, they each have their own notable issues with how they output video. The GameCube has bad color space information.
If you calm the sailor down, he might open it for you. Find the sailor and entertain him to take his mind off the rat.
And the PS2 has the issue of almost everything being interlaced. And there's like no choice in the matter, like almost nothing supports progressive scan. Damn it, I had to grab the thing, I didn't notice. Where the fuck am I? Am I trapped here? No, there's a pipe. Good. I love getting randomly stuck on geometry. It's my favorite.
Interact with the
More
sailor.
mini games. Minigame after minigame after minigame. Can I not interact with this guy? What the fuck? I have to, like, man, it's specific. Oh, dear God.
Oh, it's you. I thought you was that rat again.
Oh, we're just randomly doing this again. All right, cool. This is the most boring minigame out of all of them. I think the balloon one was the best one because it was fairly fast-paced and had my attention a bit more. This is like the world's worst Muse dash. And the slowest. Listen, I don't want to look at those sequence numbers. It disturbs me. These go on long enough as it is. Especially when you have round numbers as well. I hope the music is enjoyable.
Cool.
Oh, if you use the GameCube controller enough, you'll get it implanted into your brain eventually. They definitely have the same shape. So, like, the thing about the X and the Y is they have the same shape, but they are oriented differently. And that's kind of the way that you would distinguish it. I think what would be pretty neat is if any of the minigames were optional in this and they weren't forced upon you. In general, I think my biggest complaint that I'm going to end up having about this game is that it's minigame after minigame after minigame. Like, there's quite a lot of minigames in this, and they go on for far too long. If there was more platforming, I would be more happy. Because these minigames aren't good is the problem, right? Like, they're just not fun. Like, when you have a game like Yakuza, they go out of their way to make sure those minigames are fun as fuck.
Wow, look at that.
This does not do that.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Wow, they like 5 times the speed here. That's a drastic increase for the player. What a difficulty spike. Wow, look at him go. I think what's even worse is that this isn't to any beat. So that makes it even worse for something like this. You're not doing anything to a beat. It's just like a short loop of music. Like, the whole point of this type of minigame is that it goes to the beat of the music. And it's a complete failure at this. It's quite embarrassing, really. This is extremely long. Imagine failing this. Like, maybe they saved the round for you. But imagine if you did fail it.
Good job.
Oh boy, that would be terrible.
Great. Thanks, little guy. Now, what was I doing? Oh, yeah.
Go into the control room and follow the rat vent.
Yeah, the sailors love them monkeys. They just go crazy for them. Oh, I love these monkeys. They're so freaking sexy. Oh, yeah. Do a lap dance for me next, Georgie boy. Horrible.
Search for the rat.
Yeah, that's it. Normally, I would be curious about these objects, but I'm not. I think I've seen almost every permutation of interactive object in this game. Yeah, uncurious George, precisely. George wants to get done with this shit and finish this video game. George has had enough. The thing is I don't know what this is based off of, this movie or whatever it is. So I don't know how long this is supposed to be going on. Like, I don't know how close I am to the end. If the long play is anything to go by, it shouldn't be much. Okay, that's like a patrol. I think it's maybe bad if I get near these guys. I don't know if they care. No, they don't seem to. Let's see. What's up?
The seagulls like potatoes. Perhaps a potato would be useful.
No. You can't have one. These potatoes here are for lunch.
Find a way to distract the sailor so you can take a potato.
Okay, sure. More mini games? Oh, you can just go right off into the water here. They usually don't let you do that. Like, don't even usually let you go up here at all. So,
I've got no time to play, little monkey. I've got potatoes to peel. No. You can't have one. These potatoes here are for lunch.
Well, I guess I'm looking around more.
I've got no time to play, little monkey. I've got potatoes.
No, they don't care about me. Okay. What is this? Is this a soft lock? What the fuck? Okay, it's not. Just a weird alcove. The way that they stack these crates doesn't look very safe. I have questions about their efficiency here. Like, what the fuck? Who stacked shit like this? These guys suck at their job. So many safety violations, too. What am I doing here? Oh, this also is buggy, like the horizon. See how it's all fucking weird? I am really confused. None of this really makes any sense to me. I don't know what counts as a distraction. Maybe something up here I can interact with. A crane, perhaps? Because it looks like I can get up here. Yeah, there's definitely a way up there, but I don't see the path. I don't see a ladder. And you know, these are parts where you'd think, oh, do a ledge grab. Nah. Even though you very much could, it doesn't work most of the time. It's like only specific surfaces where it's allowed. Yeah, this doesn't do anything. There's no reason to be up here. I feel similarly frustrated here. Oh, what the fuck is this?
The seagull won't drop the eye.
Oh, that's where he is.
Maybe if you had something to trade.
So that's where you go give the potato. You'd think these seagulls would just be distracting enough.
The seagulls like potatoes. Perhaps a potato would be useful.
Yeah, I know that. Alright, we didn't go in here. This maybe the answer's lying here. Or this is an optional area with 3 bananas in it. Okay.
All right, that's it. Nobody rushes me.
That distraction doesn't really make sense. Where am I going? Where am I going? Can I do that? Does that count? Will you see me? No? Okay.
Get a potato and find a seagull to take the idol. Get the
Yeah,
idol
it's right
from the
over here.
seagull.
Slow-mo. This really is like Metal George Solid. The slow-mo doesn't really make sense there. I don't know why that was a thing, but we'll go with it.
This is it, George.
Looks like we're getting near the end, though.
Shrine of Zagawa.
This seems like it might be the last stage or two.
Lead Ted down the path.
Is this not...
Looks
okay.
like the controls for the bridge
This better
on
not
the
be a
other
fucking
side.
escort.
George, see if you can find a way across.
Doesn't look like it. Okay, good. Okay, good.
Cross the river and find a way to lower the drawbridge.
So far, it's not an escort mission. We're safe. This isn't Earthworm Jim 64 yet. Alright. You're doing some Final Fantasy? Excellent. There are so many Final Fantasy games I have not played. An alarming amount that I have not played. I will fix that eventually. I've mentioned it a bit prior in the Deus Ex stream, but like I have been playing a bit of Final Fantasy VII Original on my own time. I am very glad I did not stream that, because I was really considering it at one point. But I'm quite glad I did not stream it, because I don't really care that much for the gameplay in 7. Sorry. I just don't really care much for that. I'm only really in it for the story. And, it would have just been me complaining a lot about how everything takes an absolute eternity in Final Fantasy VII for the battles and stuff, so that wouldn't have been any real fun to watch. So I'm glad that that's not what happened. Oh, that's a... This game's normally pretty good about its checkpoints, but that's a bit of a blunder. It is not a good checkpoint, because that jump is kind of fucking weird, and the double jump broke again. Are you sure you don't want me to just go the other way? Does this do anything? That's just there to be there, I guess? Like, why can't I just go around here? Like, this game's okay. Like, it's mostly fine, but why does it do stuff like this? Like, jump this gap. No, I don't care if you can easily just go on the other side and you fit perfectly. No, jump the gap. Like, the game does that a lot, and it's really annoying. Jeez, you barely make that. I've actually played almost all of Crystal Chronicles before. It's not really new to me in the same sense as some of the others. I nearly beat it. I got to the final boss, but I couldn't cinch it in a rental. So I got, like, to the very end of the game.
Let's keep going.
Not that I really remember too much about Crystal Chronicles. Like, I basically haven't played it since it came out, so I only remember bits and pieces about it. I'm sure Crystal Chronicles will be a pretty fun time whenever I do decide to do it. I do remember it being a bit tedious having to constantly babysit the thing you carry around, whatever it's called, when you're playing solo. It is still better in multiplayer, and it's more designed around that, but it's still, like, fine and serviceable enough in single player. If anything, the
gondola will get us across the river, but I think the brake is jammed.
Oh, you're playing a D-Make. Gotcha. Because, yeah, I didn't think that Final Fantasy was on the NES. That checks out. It was not a recent release. I think I heard somebody else check it out. I think Voxandra might have checked it out or something before she went on a hiatus due to moving. Not sure what they want me to do here. I was only half paying attention. That's why we have the streamer button. Guess there'll be something around here somewhere. I just don't see anything obvious. It's just a really large area. It looks like all of this is optional. Yeah, do you want to go up here? Signposting with bananas, just like Donkey Kong Country. Alright, we're on track. This is the checkpoint. Oh, I almost fell. I don't know if you can fall in these sections or not. Like, on the side, I doubt it. Once again, the double jump didn't work. The game really likes not having the double jump work when you do that slide. There are, like, specific animations this game has that do not want to work with the double jump. Like, more than half the time you try to press it. It's really frustrating. Especially with a section like this where the checkpoint actually is useless because they don't start you here. You know what I mean? Like, there's no instant death here. You just fucking fall and have to do it again. So why is there a checkpoint? I don't know. Little weird. That's even the thing. Because there's, like, nothing that can kill you here, it seems. But thankfully, it looks like we're in the home stretch of this game. No, I'm still using the Retro Fighters. It doesn't matter. It's not the controller. I've already confirmed that. I've done double jumps totally fine in the majority of the game. It's just certain animations where it bugs out, and like if the animation gets interrupted in a certain way or something weird like that, it just won't work. I honestly don't know if that's it, but that's my guess. Is there some weird bug associated with like transitioning to another animation and it doesn't want to do it? But it's only certain ones in the game. That's the best I've got. Because like I can do it on demand. Like this isn't hard to do. So it's not the controller. Because if it was, then I wouldn't be able to keep doing it like this. So it's definitely not a dropped input. It's just something that the game is doing that's weird. And I can't figure it out. Almost all of my fails have been a result of that. At least it's not as egregious as most video games. Especially for this genre. Oh, I'm sure too there are going to be a decent handful of them that will be completely fucked up. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some of those.
We can walk across. Looks like it's up to you again, buddy. Find me a way across.
Cross the river and find a way to raise the underwater columns.
Oh, I keep forgetting. This isn't Breath of the Wild. Don't do that. Or Genshin, for that matter. You can't fucking jump up those climbables to go faster. I would like this game a lot less if I had to do completionist on it. This game would probably get a 4 out of 10 if I were forced to get everything. It's because it doesn't save anything. Like if you've collected stuff and you die and you get the checkpoint, like it only counts what you did at the checkpoint, not after. So it makes that whole process excruciating. So thank fuck I'm not doing the completionist thing. Some games really do not hold up when you're trying to do completionist, like Mario Sunshine. Mario Sunshine especially is quite annoying to play if you're trying to get everything. So this is a... Is this a puzzle or just push every button? It's just push every button. There's no complexity here. Nice jumping.
George, you're amazing. Let's keep going. We're almost there.
My assumption is this is probably the last level of the game, or the second to last. And there's been no boss fights in this, so I'm going to assume that it's just going to, like, end very abruptly. We'll just get, like, an FMV and that'll be that. And then we'll roll credits. Some of these sections are weird though. Like that's kind of like odd filler almost, right? Like what was the point of those sections?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Like most of the level design's pretty good, but it gets weird sometimes. Where it's like, what's that doing there?
Well, at least they put the switch on our side this time. Not that I can reach it. See if you can hop up and get to that switch, George.
Why does George have to do everything? This guy doesn't do anything. He just stands around and gets the monkey to do everything for him. And he doesn't give any like helpful suggestions either. He's just standing there like a mook, just not doing anything. I do say the monkey sounds are quite delightful in this game. They're so appropriately stupid.
You've unlocked a bonus item.
Unlocked a bonus item. Another allegory, I see. Allegory is in Curious George.
Good job!
That's how physics work.
Not get us across. Well, at least it's a start. George, I hate to ask you again, but can you help?
No.
Cross the river and find a way to lower the
There should be an alternate ending where you just walk away and go into the jungle and say, nope, see ya, you've asked too much for me.
Guess the Zagowans must have brought a pet monkey along when they went to their shrine.
It does make you think. That's so true, Navjack. This reminds me a lot of Uncharted.
That's it, you did it! Now let's get up to that shrine.
Nathan Drake may as well be a monkey. Particularly with the way he moves. I almost got everything in that. Not that I was even really trying to.
Oh no, it's sealed shut. Great. 2 trips to Africa and nothing to
I'm pretty sure this is going to be the rest of the game.
Yeah,
just
I do have a new friend.
helping this guy over and over again until they run out of ideas or content.
What?
And then you get an abrupt ending.
You want to climb that? You can't do that. Can you? Okay, but be careful. Some of those ledges look awfully small and slippery.
Get to the top of the cliff and find a way to unlock the shrine.
Good physics here. So now we're like a 2D section again. Well, 2.5D section. And only a couple of these. They don't usually last very long.
Careful now.
That's funny. I approve of this knowledge, Navjack. Stop backseating. You're not helping me, dude. It's pretty damn obvious what's happening. Love getting stuck on geometry on a platform. Honestly, they're barely any different from a regular platform. Except I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Okay, it's over there. I almost dived to my doom. Like, you basically, all that really happens is you get a bit of resistance. Otherwise, it's basically the same. Can I get up there from here? No. Okay, you have to go here first. I almost didn't make that jump.
Good job!
I guess this is climbing bit. Yep. This is basically a Crash Bandicoot stage. This is very much the... Did you notice that? Fucking shitty section. He wouldn't grab onto the thing, so that's fun. This is very much Crash Bandicoot at home meme. For this stage, at least. Like, oh my god. The way that this works is really fucking buggy. Like, this next one, it seems almost impossible to grab onto it. Like, he's not doing it. And if I go out any further, I fall. Jesus. That is insanely tight. Fuck! Like, this isn't what I would describe as hard because you can't seem to properly die here unless you fall the wrong way. But it's sure annoying and time-consuming. Unlike most of the game. Like, this is one of these sections that's bad because it doesn't have a proper checkpointing. There we go. There's some, like, weird fucking angled jump you have to make here. Yep. Which was obscured by the waterfall because it's hard to see. Sometimes 2.5D is not a good idea. Okay. Alright. At least the double jump hasn't failed me. Yet. I was expecting it to fail right there, but it didn't. There's a checkpoint. If that even matters, since you can't really seem to die here. He keeps saying that I'm looking good. This is a pretty long stage for me, you know, compared to most of the stages in this game. I think I saw other shit was optional.
Looking good, George.
Got a pipe. Okay. This is a weird section.
Good job.
Wasn't sure if I was gonna make that. Yeah, this is like the Crash Bandicoot level, and it's not even subtle about it. But they kind of miss the point. And when you don't have enemies too, like that's the other thing about this game that can be dull, is there's a severe lack of like proper obstacles and enemies. It's just like the most basic platforming, like very milquetoast, and there's like nothing else to it. It's very bland in that aspect. Which would be more of a problem if this game is like way longer than I think it is. But we should be toward the end. I mean, apparently a lot of people want to hurt George. They want to all send him back to the jungle. Like, constantly. Like, anytime another human except the other guy that I forget his name. They all want to send him back. I like how that platform was crumbling before I even made contact with it. George wants the pacifist route. I see. That makes sense.
Careful, buddy.
Oh, falling here would be unfortunate.
Careful now.
That's a huge idol. The ultimate mega idol. Am I doing Prince of Persia month? No, probably not.
You did it.
I don't even know how I feel about cinematic platformers. I have dabbled in them a little bit. I can't say I'm a huge fan.
We did it. Well, come on. Get down here. Since we're partners,
Cinematic
it wouldn't be
platformers
fair for me
of
to
what
go
I've
in without
dabbled
you.
in, they don't really feel very good to play. They're probably not my cup of tea.
You're really good at that.
Unless you're talking about like the 3D ones, which are completely different. I mean, too busy doing Glover month. Jesus.
Here we go.
Yeah, the 3D ones, yeah. Eventually I'll get around to them. What a bougie-ass motherfucker. I was right. Well, we don't even get credits. You roll them from here. I predicted that the game was gonna end like that, and I was fucking right. It wouldn't have an ending. Amazing. Alright, so what's the gift shop? You can play the minigames? Why would you want to? So you can just do it from here? Why? Outfits. Ah, the good shit. You can't buy them? You have not unlocked this outfit, yet it costs points. I have 1,700 of them. Well, that's stupid. So, like, you have to unlock them and then unlock them. So you have to do it twice. It's kind of stupid. Production art. You can't get any of these. I've only unlocked specific ones. Apparently they went to space at some point. That never happened in the game. Must be a movie thing. I sure went to a lot of areas. And then these are just the FMVs. Alright, so the gift shop ended up being mostly stupid. But did you get some outfits? Map replay. These are all the stages. Alright, and we got our credits. Wow, these are some fucking low rent ass motherfucking credits. Oh boy. So here are my thoughts. The game is mercifully very short. It's actually even shorter than I thought it would be. And I went out of my way to get quite a few extra optionals. There were some stages I basically completed or got very close to, and I was just too lazy and didn't care. The game's fine. I think visually it's quite impressive. But this is also like end of lifespan for the GameCube, right? Like 2006 game, I think. That's what people were saying earlier anyway. So like, that's not too shocking or anything that someone has a last name that's Canada. Who names them what family name is a country? Whatever. Someone's last name is Cox. Cox. It reminds me of the other day when Duke Donuts and Retro Island Gaming were doing their first part of their collab with Path of Exile Hardcore Mode, and Rig saw that someone did some accomplishment in the game on the server or whatever, and he just read it out casually, and it reads out like this. I think that's what it was, and I could not stop fucking laughing when that happened. It was so goddamn funny. I was losing it. It was like both the person who named themselves that and was playing the game really well, apparently, and then just Brig just reading it out without any hesitation. Fucking amazing. What a streamer, that guy. So Door is the other game that uses this engine. Interesting. So like I was saying, the game looks pretty damn nice. It managed to stay pretty consistent in its art style. It looks really good for a 2006 GameCube game. At the end of the life cycle, I would fucking hope it would look good. It ran pretty well, but obviously I would prefer locked 60 and not like what felt like 30 FPS, or maybe like sometimes jumping to 45 or 40 FPS, depending. So like, you know, I would have preferred a little bit more juice there, a little more performance, because it's much better to have any platformer be a locked 60. Like, that is a far more ideal situation. But aside from that, it had so many checkpoints. It was really generous, so I loved that about it. I loved how the game developers were aware enough that the game was scuffed and not complete. Like, it's not a completely finished game. So it had a lot of jank still. Look at all this QA testers. Speaking of jank, I'm sure all this mountain of people knew that there was fucked up things, but because it's a licensed game, damn, it's a lot of QA testers. It's a lot of people just saying the same shit over and over again, like, yo, the double jump doesn't fucking work, like, on certain parts, and they're like, now ship it. Need to make money off of this IP. They're putting out the Curious George movie. You need to wrap it up and finish it now. Gotta capitalize on those sales. So, like, you know, it's kind of one of those video games, common license game problem, of course, and just game problems with a lot of games in general, but licensed games especially, right? So the game's kind of a bit unfinished and jank. Doesn't really integrate itself well as a movie licensed game. We'll say that's the end of the credits, unless there's like another section. Gray Delisle was in this, and D. Bradley Baker. Oh, I bet D. Bradley Baker did the monkey sounds. That would seem up his alley. That's what he usually does. Yeah, like, the game's weird because, like, some of it's so budget and so cheap, and the other parts look pretty damn good. Like, a lot of the environments and models and stuff looked really good. The animations often didn't. And then, like, this main menu is, like, the most low-rent, cheap fucking shit. So, like, you know, it's a weird game in that regard. How it's, like, really polished and great effort in some parts, and then other parts completely fucks it up. Like, I would say that it is unacceptable that the double jump just does not work arbitrarily in some key sections of the game. But again, usually it's not a problem because they checkpoint constantly and the game loads so damn fast. So like honestly, in terms of load times, this is like, of what I have played, which is still an admittedly small amount of GameCube games, you know, compared to the overall library. But it wouldn't surprise me if this, like, And the Door Explorer game has some of the fastest load times out of any GameCube game. Like, I is really shocked how fucking fast this game loads. And that's pretty important for a game that has failures and stuff like that. So, like, most games don't load that quickly on, like, 6th generation consoles. Like, there's one game that's I'll have to do eventually that's coming up in sometime in the future. Could be 2 years from now, 4 years, who knows, like, right? But, like, Turok Evolution is a game I'm very familiar with. I've admittedly forgotten a lot of the gameplay, but I used to play the game a ton. And, like, Turok Evolution has fucking abysmal load times. It's one of the slowest loading games on the GameCube. So, like, you really don't want to die in that game because you are going to be waiting a long time to get back in. So, like, you know, that's one of those games that's the inverse of this. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. But, yeah, the game is pretty fine. Like, it's good enough, I think. A lot can be forgiven when your load times are fast and your checkpoints are generous. Like, so much can be forgiven because of that, but they really should have figured out, like, how to, or, like, given enough time to fix whatever was going on with the double jump just randomly breaking. Because that was frustrating, but otherwise I didn't really have any complaints. Competent video game. But, I forgot to do it the last time, so let me update the challenge sheet here. Let's see, here we are, Curious George. So, add add that to the list of beaten games. So that was game number 8.